information. Please welcome tonight's hometown hero, Mr. Paul Girding. Mr. Girding enlisted into the Air Force in 1964. He did 3 tours in Vietnam and earned Best Load Crew of the Year 5 times. In 1997, Mr. Girding enlisted into the Air National Guard, where he continued to serve for the 122nd Black Snakes for 22 more years. At the time of his retirement, he had reached the rank of Master Sergeant. Joining him is former Komets stick boy Curtis Bearer, who followed in his footsteps and is currently serving for the 122nd Black Snakes. The Komet organization and our fans would like to thank you for your dedication to our country. Once again, please welcome Mr. Paul Girding. Now, fans, please rise and remove your hats and welcome Addison Stout with the singing of our national.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. That our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
And here we go from the Coliseum.
All right, I got Paisley and Allison here, and they have something very important to tell everybody.
And the Kalamazoo Wings, Shane Albarani and Fred Bean with you here tonight. And Fred, big win last night, and the Komets have got to get things going here. All right, Fred, we do not have Fred's microphone on for some reason, so we will go to Fred here in a minute. Okay, all right, here we go from center ice. It's the Komets and the Kalamazoo Wings. And again, our lineup for the Komets: Jason Binkley, Brady Shaw, Brett McKenzie, Taylor Doherty, and Alan Łyszczarczyk. Patrick Munson will be between the pipes.
Crank it up.
All right, there we go. Fred, can you hear me now? All right, here we go. Opening face-off from center ice. A little problem there with my partner Fred Bean's microphone here tonight. We'll see if we can't get that fixed here as the puck is dropped, and we've got the Kalamazoo Wings playing it up along the near side, and now it's going to be tipped right into the bench. So we'll have another face-off right at the center line. Just 5 seconds into this one, and again, it'll be Brett McKenzie to take the face-off with Taylor. And the drop is going to go back to Diamond Tony. He will go backwards with it up along the left side. He'll play it forward. Now it's going to be tapped all the way into the Komet zone. Going after it is Binkley. And down there is Doherty. Backhander up along the far side. It will be Justin Taylor going to rim it around. It's going to go here onto the near side. It's going to be picked up down there by David Pope. Pope gets pushed off the play by Doherty. Now he'll zip it forward. And now the Komets coming up along the near side. Here's Brady Shaw trying to dangle around one man. Goes down into the corner. Brady Shaw scoops it up. It goes off of his stick down there and now into the corner. Doherty in after it for the Komets. Back below the goal line. Komets have got it. Łyszczarczyk takes a shot. He scores! Alan Łyszczarczyk. Less than a minute into this game, and the Komets up 1-0 as Łyszczarczyk Came so close last night. It gets a big one to open up this one, and it keeps the hot streak going for the Komets. That's 4 first-period goals in the last 2 games as Łyszczarczyk opens up the scoring. And that came in a big spot as Łyszczarczyk opened things up there on the right shoulder of Jake Kiley. Lets in the first shot he sees here tonight. And now we come back out to center ice. Komets up 1-0 here in the first period. And here is the puck drop. It's going to go up along the far side for Haas. And now back all the way in. Played up along the near boards, and we have got an icing call on the Komets. 19:09 to go in the first. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Hello, this is head coach Ben Boudreau. I'm the guy responsible when your Komets are in need of repair, new parts, or maybe just a quick inspection. When it comes to vehicles, I turn to the pros at Ace Radiator on Coliseum Boulevard in Fort Wayne. Ace Radiator has spent decades keeping Fort Wayne rolling with time-tested service and repair. Ace's certified technicians have more than 80 years of experience providing expert sales and service for radiators, heaters, coolers, and air conditioners. Sometimes you just have to make the call. 800-288-7964. That's Ace Radiator. 800-288-7964.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Komets lead this one 1-0 here in the first period. Shane Alberani, and now Fred Bean is with me. Got his microphone issue all settled down. And now we go up along the far side here in the neutral zone. Kyle Haas goes after it for the Komets. He goes behind Munson, sends it into the corner. And now Boudens will control it. It'll go up along the near side. Boudens lost it. And now it'll be pitched down low into the corner all the way. Played up along the near side. It's Diamond Tony trying to get loose. He goes down below the goal line. And now it's going to be peeled up along the far side. Kalamazoo with it. Back behind the nets. They look for the equalizer to the blue line. Shot save made by Munson. And now it's going to go up along the near boards, and the Komets with it. They'll bank it off the wall and all the way down into the Kalamazoo zone. Komets lead this one 1-0. Here's Aaron Tho, goes on the left side into the neutral zone, flips it in, bouncing puck all the way into the Komet zone. On the far side, Komets quickly up with it. It's going to be batted all the way down. Kiley will come out of the pipes. He'll swipe it around, now back on the near boards. Here's Bayless, gets bumped from behind, coming up to Peshnik. He'll push it over onto the far side. Komets setting up here. Here's a shot. It's knocked away, and it goes into the corner. Edmondson up along the far side, gets loose to the blue line, and now it's flipped ahead by David Pope. Pope will get it to... It's going to be Wilson. He'll get it in on Munson. Going to be knocked below the goal line, up along the near side. And now Pope will come away with it. Pope now. He got it taken away by Shaq Morasti. Morasti tries to take it off the wall. And now it goes to Pope. Pope will take one off the post, and that is going to ring all the way out of play. As Munson saw a hot one, got the pipe, and it leaves the arena. So Komets dodge one there. Komets lead it 1-0.
So Shane, first goal of the game was showed us an awful lot. Number one, we wanted to come in strong right out of the locker room and be able to get a goal. We checked that off, but the way they did it was very important. Shaw ended up carrying the puck over the blue line instead of playing a dump and run. Got down low, moved it over to McKenzie. McKenzie wheeled it around in front. Łyszczarczyk with a nice shot in traffic, a good green shot, good scoring opportunity. That's why we're 1-up. Now the defensive zone, the Komets have to make sure they take the body real hard down here and disrupt the play for the defense to work.
After the face-off in the Komet zone, it's going to be pitched into the Kalamazoo zone. We go on the right side. It's Zach Fry with a cross-ring pass. We'll find the tape of Kyle Blaney. Blaney going to go all the way back into his own end. Now he goes up along the left side. It's going to be back to Fry. And now it's going to be touched up into the Komet zone. It's going to be chopped out on the left wing to the blue line. It will be Fry with it, hanging on to it. Goes up along the wall, down below the goal line. Now Kalamazoo buzzing around here in the Komet zone. Going to come down low into the corner. They come upstairs. Van Voris takes it off the wall. And now back on the far side. Doherty gets in the way, and he goes down into the corner. Jason Binkley in there to help him out as well. And we've got a mashup up along the far side. Everybody in on it. Now it gets loose, and the Komets have got it. It's Łyszczarczyk. Backhander into the Kalamazoo zone, and it goes all the way down to Jake Kiley, who will stop it. And now we go up along the left side. It is going to be Sandler. He'll come across the line. He'll flip it in, and it's going to go off the leg of Munson. Now below the goal line, Pechnik. Pechnik has it on the near wing. And he zips it forward. Now it'll be Boudens. He'll flip it into the Kalamazoo zone. Goes onto the far side corner. Komets in after it. They can't get there. It's Aaron Tho. He'll move it up to the blue line and out as Galipeau backs up. Galipeau will send it ahead up along the near boards. Now Boudens will come across the line. Got a man with him. He'll take a shot. Score! Matt Boudens makes it 2-rip Komets. 15:34 to go in the first.
And there's your difference right there, Shane. The attack that they had before that, they dumped the puck into the corner and had to go after it and weren't successful in getting it. You get control of the puck, the last thing you want to do is have to dump it down low and then have to go back and fight for it. This time they ended up coming right across the blue line. Matt Boudens coming down on the near side. Big shot. Beat the goaltender clean. That's the way the Komets have to play their offense.
A big rip there by Matt Boudens. Super wrister right over the glove of Kylie. I think Kylie maybe thought he was going to go to the blocker side, but he went right underneath the glove, and the Komets up at 2-0. 2 shots, 2 goals. That's the way you want to start a hockey game off. And now let's see. We're going to have a goaltender change. Jake Kylie not feeling it tonight. This is the second straight game that Kalamazoo is not going to finish a hockey game the way they started it. We're going to have Jake Hildebrand coming into the game. And Fred, boy, you pull your goaltender after 2 shots. I know it's a rough start, but I don't think you pull him after just less than 5 minutes.
You know, that's a really quick hook because, you know, it's not the number of shots, it's the quality of the shots. And both of those goals were high-quality green shots that are very difficult for a goaltender to make. I don't know if the replacement coming in would have been able to stop him either.
So Jake Hildebrand is our new goaltender after Kylie gave up 2 goals on 2 shots. Face-off coming up in the Komet zone.
Yeah, we know the K-Wings are definitely down a lot of firepower with losing Sataway like that, so they're real concerned about getting too deep to this Komet team, which can put up points up on the board when they start rolling.
Galipeau and Jenks gets the assist on Boudens' goal. And the puck coming all the way down in the Kalamazoo zone. No icing as Capelli grabs it. He goes right down the middle of the ice. He'll gain the center line. Capelli to the right side. Coming across hard. Backhander Munson the save. And it's going to be peeled up along the far boards. Kalamazoo with it to the blue line. Left side. Here's a shot. That is going to be deflected and out of play. It was Edmondson with a bid there on the netminder. And it goes high into the screen. 15:02 to go, period number 1 here at the Coliseum. Another good start for the Komets. They put 3 on the board in the first period last night. Right now we've got 2 up there. Less than 5 minutes into the game, and the face-off will go to the right of Patrick Munson. Eric Catalyst will take the face-off. Catalyst, normally a defenseman. Due to the lack of forwards, he has been sent into the forward lines here, and he'll take the face-off as the puck goes along the far side for Bayless. Bayless had a goal last night. We go underneath to Binkley. Binkley will take, Stewart rather, he'll take it off the wall. And now it's sent all the way over to the far side. Diamond Tony for Kalamazoo in the Komet zone. Catalyst now buzzing around in the corner, trying to get away from Stewart. He goes underneath. They try and center it. It is knocked aside. Here comes Anthony Petruzzelli. Petruzzelli on the far wall. He'll get it in, going back for it. Corey Dunn gets there first for Kalamazoo. Gets it over to Tho on the left wing. And Tho will bounce it ahead all the way into the Komet zone. This should be an icing. And that's what it is. It is a Just Cream Ice Cream Boutique icing call. Never settle for just one scoop at Just Cream Ice Cream Boutique on DuPont Road.
Shane, we've seen Haas and Doherty both finish their checks going into the corner, hitting their guy, disrupting the play, and both times the Komets have been able to break the puck out of the defensive zone. And in the times that they're not hitting, they end up getting some extra passes in the zone, and that's when it can become trouble, which resulted in that shot off the post. So let's hope they keep on getting physical and disrupting the play.
Here is Łyszczarczyk with the puck. Goes right down the middle of the ice, and he is going to be blocked off on the play. We go over to McKenzie. McKenzie on the far side. He'll send it towards the net, and Hildebrand gets on the score sheet. He'll make his first save of the game since coming in relief.
Yeah, and Łyszczarczyk right on the doorstep there, and not only was he screening him, but also tried to get a stick on it to disrupt the puck. So that was a very good scoring opportunity coming in. Not that the shot itself was trouble, but what could happen with Łyszczarczyk on the doorstep.
And Łyszczarczyk played a very good game last night. Didn't come away with any points, but he was very close all night long, buzzing around the net, and he got the scoring started here tonight. It's 2-0 Komets. Here's the puck drop in the Kalamazoo zone. Going down below the goal line here is Boudens. Boudens rips it over to Ross. Ross dances up along the near side, coming to the blue line. Ross takes a shot, rolled off his stick, and now Kalamazoo back the other direction. It's Fry. Fry will send it rink wide. It's going to be tipped, and that'll get out of play. And we got a timeout on the ice. We have got a 2-0 hockey game. Komets with the lead. We will be back. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Life is busy enough. And when you add finding a doctor, it can be overwhelming. Lutheran Health Network now makes it possible to find a doctor with just one phone call to 844-LHN-DOCS. One call lets you schedule an appointment with one of more than 50 primary care providers in our network. Just call 844-LHN-DOCS. Finding a doctor with just one call, that's life, powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Health Network includes physician-owned hospitals.
Ready for a new apartment? You don't have to look far. St. Joe Place has everything you could ever want in an apartment complex. Internet, cable, washer, and dryer. It's all included in your monthly rent. There's also a basketball court, an outdoor grilling area, pool, and hot tub, and the list goes on and on. St. Joe Place is leasing 2- and 4-bedroom apartments and now offering 3 bedrooms. Living at St. Joe Place Apartments, you'll quickly realize how great the staff and apartments really are. Call 444-3000 or visit stjoeplace.com. You're listening to Komet Hockey.
2-0 Komets early on here in the first period from the Coliseum. Shane Alberani and Fred Bean here tonight. Face-off will be outside of the Komet blue line. Here is Jenks on the drop, and it goes into neutral territory to Fry. He'll get it back to Van Voorhis, and now he'll send it ahead to center ice. Left side, Blaney will kick it into the Komet zone. It is going to go down to Haas, who goes behind Munson. He goes on the near side, but it's intercepted. They put it on net, knocked away. Rebound is going to come out to Taylor Ross. Ross on the left side, trying to turn Van Voorhis inside out as he crosses over the line. Ross is going to go into the corner, absorbs a hit, but he is able to get it down low now. Up centering play to Ross, couldn't get a shot off, and now on the left side, it's going to be sparked up along the far boards for Haas. Haas will get it across the line. Haas now outnumbered, trying to skate through everybody, and he's still able to get a shot on. And a save made by Hildebrandt. What an effort by Haas. He had 4 white jerseys all over him as the Komets were changing, and he still managed to get a shot on net.
Yeah, the big man just kept on towering down towards the center lane, and as you said, he had all 4 white shirts around him, but nobody seemed to want it to touch him, and he ended up getting the shot off on goal.
Komets out shooting Kalamazoo 4-3. Komets with 2 on the board. Kalamazoo with none. Here's the drop in the Kalamazoo zone. The Wings with it, going up along the left side. Pope will bank it off the wall. Komets go back for it. Now Petruzzelli up along the near side. Sends it backwards to Chase Stewart. Now left wing. Bayless will come across the line. Bayless hangs on to it. Got a block there momentarily. Now another second effort. He's going to spring one loose. It's Icapelli coming in all alone. He shoots. He scores. And Icapelli gets Kalamazoo on the board. It's 2-1. And it was Wilson up along the far side, battled with Bayless, and he won that battle, and he was able to get it Icapelli, who got behind the D.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. He tried 2 or 3 times to get around him, and he couldn't. And his last one, it bounced off of his skate and headed out towards center ice, which set up a breakaway. Nice job by Icapelli on coming down on Munson. Munson left that hang out to dry. Not much he could do on it.
So we go out to center ice. Lead is now 1 for the Komets. It's 2-1 here in the first. And the Wings have got the puck. It'll be darted back into the Komet zone. And now it'll be Brett McKenzie behind the net. On to the near boards. Here's Brady Shaw. Shaw with a backhander. Tho will keep it in. Tho will take a shot. It's blocked. And it goes into the corner. Cadlis after it for Kalamazoo. Pitches it upstairs to Tho. Tho trying to get around Brady Shaw. Goes down into the corner. He's able to get it to Diamond Tony. And now we go up along the far side. Brett McKenzie down there to defend it. Below the goal line it goes. Going to roll onto the near side corner. And everybody jabbing away at it. Comes loose, and now it's going to go over onto the far side. Stepping up is Dunn. Gives it a whack. Keeps it in just for a moment. Now it comes back to the center line. Dunn will get it back into the Komet zone, and Jason Binkley has got it. Binkley over onto the far side, touches it up to Brady Shaw. Shaw comes across the line on the left wing. Shaw now double-teamed as he comes across the line. The puck is going to be taken away by Garrett Ross. Ross gets it back into the Komet zone. Now Galipeau has it for Fort Wayne. Back over far side. Kyle Haas on the left wing. He'll enter the neutral zone up near the Komet benches and now flipped into the Kalamazoo zone. Down low, here is Jenks. Jenks battles hard behind the net. And it comes out in front where it's going to be Ross out with it on the near side. Ross got his pocket picked by Taylor Ross, and now it'll be Jenks with it. Floats it right in front. Shot. Save made by Gildebrandt, and it's going to be loose. And a backhander. Oh, and the referee lost sight of it. It was clearly loose as Hildebrandt came up with a big save point blank, but he left the rebound, but the referee lost sight.
Excellent play by Jenks coming down on the far side. He had a shot straight on, but the goaltender was squared up to that. That would have been a real easy save. He made the pass across the Royal Road, if you will, and presented itself with a great scoring opportunity. Unfortunately, couldn't get it in, but the puck was bouncing around, multiple opportunities on that rebound. So if we get plays like that, we're going to score more often than not.
2-1 Komets here in the first. And here's the face-off to the right of Hildebrandt. And it goes behind the goal line on the left side to Ross. Ross will get it out of the Kalamazoo zone. Pass going to be partially deflected. Goes to Petruzzelli. Petruzzelli will bring it back across the line. Kyle Blaney will take the puck away from him as it goes along the far side. And now the Wings try and transition. Here's Fry, a little give and go. They come across the line on the right side. Getting back is Galipeau. Getting over to Morasti. Morasti on the far boards. He'll pitch it ahead. Goes down to Hildebrandt. He'll glove it down. And he will just take a whistle. So Hildebrandt, who did not start this game, Jake Kiley did, gave up 2 goals on 2 shots, was yanked after that second one, and Hildebrandt comes in, and he's faced a couple. And now the face-off will be in the Kalamazoo zone. Got Brett McKenzie to take the face-off. 4 points last night in the win against Indy. He'll take the drop. Justin Taylor will be his opponent. And here we go. Komets win it. Quick shots. Deflected. Goes on the near side here in the Kalamazoo zone. Edmondson down there is going to pump it off the wall, trying to go to Pope. That's grabbed by Ikapelli. Ikapelli comes over to Pope. Komets trying to get back on D, and they do. It'll be Pope. He is going to wheel it all the way around to the far side. Taylor has got it. Backhander going down into the corner. Brett McKenzie gives it a poke. Goes along the far side with it. McKenzie is trying to fight through everybody, and he does. Gets it out to Brady Shaw. Shaw will come across the line on the right side, and Shaw's going to get it deep down into the corner. Pile up, down, up along the wall, onto the near side. Now it comes up to Stewart. Here's a shot. Save made by Hildebrandt, and he'll hang on. Good shot there by Stewart.
Yeah, good work by the Komets to work that down into the corner, get control of the puck, get it back to Stewie for a nice shot on net. Needs to get a little bit more traffic, and that would have been a little bit more dangerous. But I like the fact that they're working down low. They're not just dumping the puck in. They're working together as a unit. Now they need to get a little bit more passing lanes and get more scoring opportunities.
Face off to the left of Hildebrandt. And we go into the corner. Dunn goes after it. Gets it back to Tho on the left side. Tho will get it across the line. Here's Catalyst coming in on Munson. Shoots, and it goes high. And we go down into the corner. Up along the far side here is Boudens. Boudens with a goal here tonight. Sends it around to Taylor Doherty on the near side. Takes a hit from behind, but he's still able to get it over to Jason Binkley. Binkley along the far side, trying to go to Boudens. Coming up to Diamond Tony. He will get it down to the corner, but Jason Binkley is back. Jason Binkley trying to go to Doherty. Now Binkley's going to take it again. He comes right down the middle of the ice. And now it's going to be Jenks coming across the line. Left side shot, save made. Rebound in front. Ross couldn't get a hold of it. And it goes into the corner. Back behind the net. And played down low on the near side. It's going to be grabbed by Catalyst. And Catalyst for Kalamazoo. He will skate forward. Left side, he'll flip it in. Bouncing puck, going to go down into the Komets corner, and Galipeau's got it. Galipeau right down the middle of the ice, gains the line on the far side. And now flipped all the way into the Kalamazoo zone, back behind the nets. Here's Gage Torrell. Torrell tries to center up. He goes back over to Galipeau. Now back to Torrell. Couldn't handle the pass. And now Garrett Ross gets it out for Kalamazoo. Ross will come across the line on left wing. Here's a shot. It won't count because it's offside on Kalamazoo.
Smart play by A.J. Jenks. He had absolutely no chance of scoring a goal on that shot, and he knows that. So what he did was he kept the shot down low, so it had to hit his pads, making it very difficult for the goaltender to corral that puck and not give up a rebound, which he did right in front of the net. Unfortunately, Komets couldn't pick up the garbage and put it back in, but excellent veteran play by Jenks.
8:38 to go. First period. Komets lead at 2-1. And here's the drop. And it's going to go back to Galipeau. He'll take it off the glass. Now to Petruzzelli. Petruzzelli at the center line. Passes over across rink. Now coming back. Petruzzelli with it. Got it taken away. And back come the Kalamazoo wings. It's Zach Fry. Fry will get it into the Komet zone. Going to go down into the corner. Going up along the far side. Kyle Haas on his man. And now it's pitched down low to Garrett Ross. Ross being guarded by Galipeau. Gets up top of the blue line. Now Fry top of the left circle. Here's a shot. Save made by Munson. Rebound is going to be caught by Munson right into the glove. And ever since giving up those first two goals, Kalamazoo has settled down, and they've got a couple of nice scoring chances in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that was a phenomenal glove save by Munson. He was facing on the near side and had to move all the way to his left, and the puck was right there on the stick for a quick shot, and he was all gloved to pull that in.
Face off to the left of Munson. 8:04 to go in the first. Puck goes into the corner for Jason Binkley. Binkley sends it around the wall. Up top of the blue line, held in. Here's a shot. Another save by Munson. That one came off the stick of Tho, and Munson was able to snag it with the glove again. And a face-off coming up in the Komet zone.
Yeah, that puck was just a little bit higher than what AJ had shot, and so it was able to bounce off his pads and up where he could easily corral it and take control of it.
Here's the puck drop. Kalamazoo wins it. Tho, high slot shot, save made, rebound, bouncing around, and it's going to be gathered up by the wings. Up top, it's done. He'll flip it around to Taylor. Taylor goes behind the net. He is caught up on the play by Doherty. It squirts loose along the far side. Up top to Tho. Tho moving to his left at the blue line. Now he goes down low to Taylor. Shot, save made by Munson, and he'll give it up to Doherty. Doherty behind the net. He'll move it out. Had a man cutting in front of him, and he's able to get it over to McKenzie. Backhander along the far side. Here's Łyszczarczyk. He'll play it up along the wall, but nothing there. As Dunn goes back in the Kalamazoo zone. Up along the left side. Here's Justin Taylor. He'll cross the line. He'll take a shot. It's going to go well wide, and it's going to rim out to Boudens. Boudens on the far side. He'll enter the Kalamazoo zone. Goes up along the wall, and he is cut off on the play by Ben Wilson. Wilson on the puck in his own zone. Now it goes off the skate of Jenks. He'll send it all the way around the wall, and it's going to come up along the near side. Bouncing puck. Going to be gloved out of the air. Komets get it back. It's Ross. Ross in the neutral zone to Jenks. Jenks moves around to one man, comes across the line. Outnumbered as he gets it into the corner. Down up along the near side here in the Kalamazoo zone. It belongs to Edmondson. Edmondson will get it out, and it's going to be flipped into the Komet zone for Peshnik. Peshnik goes behind Munson. He'll give it up to Stewart. Stewart off the wall to Boudens. Boudens lost the puck, and it goes back to Edmondson up along the far side, who banks it hard off the glass. It's going to dribble into the Komet zone, and Stewart has got it. 2-1 Komets here in the first period. Got Chase Stewart with the puck on the near side. Taps it a little too hard off the stick of Petruzzelli. That'll find its way down to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt will push it off the wall. Going to rim all the way out. And going back for it is Galipeau. Galipeau off the wall. Here's Bayless. Takes it off the glass. And the puck is going to bounce down into the corner. Sent forward goes to Garrett Ross. Ross on the near side. Flips it ahead. And Kovacs will enter the zone. Right side. They put it on Munson. Save made. Rebound is tapped back in. And we're tied. Justin Kovacs on the rebound. And the Komets kind of backed up on their heels a little bit, and Kovacs was able to knock home the rebound.
Yeah, Kovac got behind the defense, and then, that's where the defense has to keep the head on a swivel and make sure that there's physical contact with the player. He shouldn't be able to come into the goalie unabated like that and be able to get the clean rebound. You take a look at the replay, and the Komets are trying to catch up to the play instead of being in front of it. So it's a little bit of a poor play there. I'll tell you, Boudens on the previous set was had to hesitate to get the puck down into the neutral zone because he was waiting for one of the teammates to get a passing lane open. It's so important for you to keep on moving your feet and keep ahead of the play.
Komets and Kalamazoo now tied at 2 here in the first period. Komets got the first 2. Kalamazoo, they got the last 2. 5.5 to go in the first. The Wings will get it back into the Komet zone. Taylor couldn't quite handle the pass. It goes back to McKenzie. McKenzie will send it up along the far side. McKenzie will return it to him. It goes back behind Munson. And McKenzie onto the far side, pumped off the wall. Catching up to it is Brady Shaw off of his stick, and it's going to be enough to pull Kalamazoo offside. We've got a timeout, so we will step aside. We got 5:13 to go in the first period. We're tied at 2. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find freight advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OMNIBUY, 855-666-4289.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne on 1190 AM, 107.5 FM. Depend on it.
Union Labor has been building Chevy and GMC pickup trucks for over 80 years. The UAW has been dedicated to building quality trucks at the GM Fort Wayne Assembly Plant for over 30 years. Your friends and neighbors in the UAW work every day to bring those quality trucks to your favorite dealerships. Visit your local Chevy or GMC dealer and drive the union-made quality that makes buying a full-size pickup truck such a great value. GMC and Chevy full-size pickup trucks built by the hardworking men and women of UAW Local 2209. Thanks to the UAW.
You're listening to Komet Hockey.
Two is our score here in the first period. Shane Alberani and Fred Bean here tonight. Komets looking to make it 2 in a row as the Wings have got the puck in their own zone. It's Edmondson. He'll send it back. And now flipped forward into the Komet zone below the goal line. Picking it up is Pope. Pope up along the near boards. Pope now cuts it to the middle of the ice. Pope still on the puck, being pursued by Doherty. He's able to send it over. Here's a shot. A save made. The rebound will come out to Ross. And Ross gets some space for himself. Everybody peels off of him. And now Ross will take a wide turn. Comes right down the middle of the ice. Sends it over on the far side. Bounds will take it off the wall, but Komets are offside. Now the Wings will have a chance to get the possession back. Capelli on the right side avoids a poke check from Petruzzelli. It's going to go back on the left side, and now it'll be Diamond Tony flipping it in. Takes a hit from Torrell. The puck is going to squirt loose to the center line where Capelli has got it. Our first penalty of the game is coming up. It's going to be on Kalamazoo. So the Komets going on a Catalyst Fitness power play. Catalyst Fitness now with 3 Fort Wayne locations. Komets 3 power play goals last night. They enter the game, 3rd best power play unit in the league. So we need one here.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting to stop the momentum that's been going into the Kalamazoo way. They've been taking a lot of the zone play away from us, so this is actually a well-timed penalty. Get that number 3 power play in the league rolling right now and put one on the board.
Face on to the right of Hildebrand in the Kalamazoo zone. Going down to the corner. Sent up along the near side. Komets set it up. There's Brady Shaw on the point. Shot. It is blocked. On the far side, Galipeau. Galipeau moving over to Shaw. Shaw. Quick pass over to Bayless. Bayless on the far side. Up top he comes to Galipeau. High slot. Shot does not get through. And the Wings will clear the zone. All the way down to Munson. And Munson will get it over to Galipeau. Galipeau on the far side. The Komets still got 1:30 to work on this power play. Galipeau coming right down the middle of the ice will come across the line, hands it off, and a bad pass will come up to the blue line. McKenzie tried gloving it down, but he lost his stick, and it's going to be whistled a hand pass on the Komets. As McKenzie did everything he could to keep that puck in. He dropped his stick, got it with the glove, and that unfortunately is going to be advancing the puck with the hand.
Yeah, that was a bad break for sure, because now we've got a face-off outside the zone, and we're going to have to get control of the face-off and then work it back in.
1:20 to go on the power play. Jenks will take the face-off. And it's sent all the way back into the Komet zone. Binkley will go back for it. Komets will start up fresh from their own end on a power play. Tie game at 2. Binkley with it. Trying to get around Taylor. He'll enter the zone. Binkley with it onto the far side. Trying to go to Jenks. Gets to Petruzzelli. Now he goes up top to Boudens. Boudens backwards he goes. High slot to Binkley. Now left circle shot. And a save made by Hildebrand off the stick of Ross. Sent all the way up along the near side. It will go to Matt Boudens. Boudens creeps in on the right circle, sends it back to Binkley. Binkley now back to Boudens, top of the right circle. Boudens coming down low in front of the net. Nice pass by Jenks, trying to get it to Ross. And he comes up top of the blue line. Here's a shot. Jenks right there, score! A.J. Jenks will get the goal. And it is 3-2.
Two excellent plays by Jenks on that one. The first one right in front of the net, took the pass between his legs, backwards, got a good shot off on the other side. Unable to get the goal, but the puck bounced back in. Shot from the point, Jenks in front, Johnny on the spot, be able to tip it. And goaltender Hildebrand didn't have a prayer.
And the Komets regain the lead. Jenks 12th of the season. It's another power play goal for the Komets.
Oh, the replay, it looks like it might have hit the Kalamazoo stick and not Jenks's. He'll get the credit, though.
We'll see which way this goes. We get the announcement. Here's the face-off from center ice.
It's a power play goal, his 12th of the season, scored by number 47, A.J. Jenks.
Jenks indeed gets credit for the goal, and it is 3-2 Komets. We go into the Kalamazoo zone. Here's Bayless backing up, goes off the glass. And the Wings send it into the Komet zone. All the way down, no icing. And it will be Stewart on the near side.
Komets need to skate hard here, Shane. Can't give up a goal at the end of a period.
And here's a shot that's going to whistle wide off the stick of Luke Sandler. Held in up along the left side. Tho will get it down low into the corner. Kalamazoo still on the puck. Wings trying to answer after that goal by A.J. Jenks. Corey Dunn lost it on the right side. It's Doherty. Doherty flips it ahead. Here's Shaq Marasti. Goes off of his stick and now back up along the near side. And the Wings will regroup in their own end. Tho going all the way back around Hildebrand. 3-2 Komets. We got 1:45 to go in the period.
Both teams getting fresh legs out.
Capelli will get it to Taylor off the wall. Fry will get it into the Komet zone. Galipeau sends it all the way back. Now McKenzie lost it in front of the net. Kicked out of there by Haas. And now the Komets coming right down the middle of the ice. Boudens trying to outskate everybody. That's Łyszczarczyk. Here's Galipeau with a shot. And it's going to be blocked by Hildebrand. Far side. Here's another shot. Save made. Hildebrand was deep in his crease. And it goes up along the near side. Komets keep it in. Cut into the net. Here's Brady Shaw. Shot. Just missed it high. Brady Shaw still with the puck. Oh, it's poke check from behind. It's going to be sent all the way into the Komet zone. This will be an icing. Couple of great efforts there by Łyszczarczyk and Shaw, resulting in a couple of nice scoring chances and an icing in the face-off in the Kalamazoo zone.
Yeah, a lot of high energy in the offensive zone. It's exactly what you need to do. Everybody's a little bit winded coming to the end of the period, and this is where you need to skate. You get that last minute of the period. If you can get a goal, great. That's a dagger in the heart, but you never want to give one up. It's a cardinal sin. So Komets doing everything that they need to do right now.
Komets win the faceoff. Here's Ross on the far side. Takes a shot. It's blocked. Now Doherty picking it up. He'll send a shot. Another save by Hildebrand. And then the Wings will find a spot, and they will send it into the Komet zone. Going back is Jenks for it. Jenks back behind the nets. Up along the left side. Goes off the stick of Boudens. And all the way in to the Kalamazoo zone. And the Wings with it. We go up along the near side. It's going to be sent into the Komet zone. Here's Doherty with it. Doherty, lead pass, poke checked away, and now Garrett Ross gets stood up at the blue line. Couldn't enter the Komet zone, and now it's sent back to Wilson. Wilson now to Kovacs, up along the left side, enters the zone. Cross-ring pass, here's a shot. Oh, just missed wide. Garrett Ross on the back door. Had an open net, but he missed it. Goes into the corner. Back behind the net, it's Kovacs. He's going to try and wrap it around. No, he's going to go up along the far side. There's a shot. It's knocked away by Ross, and he will knock it all the way down. Edmondson takes it off the glass. Wilson goes back, and Wilson on the left side drops it back as the period comes to a close. As Kalamazoo there in the final 12 seconds had two chances. The Komets are able to keep them off the board, and it's 3-2 going into the break.
Yeah, they got the Komets looking the other way and ended up with a 3-on-2 and a good scoring opportunity. Munson had to come up big, and we dodged a bullet on that one.
So the Komets going into the locker room 3-2, and when the Komets get the lead after the first period of play, they are very tough to beat. 9-1-2 this season. As I talked in the pregame, how important it was for the Komets to get on the board first, and they did that here tonight. So 3-2 is our score. We're going to the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Right now, I'm holding a perfectly ice-cold Coors Light. You know how I know it's the perfect temperature? Because the mountain on the can is blue. And also, it's really cold. Every Coors Light is cold filtered, cold lagered, and cold packaged. Notice how many times I said cold? 3 times. It's that cold. So make sure the mountain on your can of Coors Light is blue, because that means it's ready to enjoy. 2019 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
If you've been beat up after a tough night on the ice or a hard day at the office, locally owned Mattress Warehouse can score you a quality sleep at a comfortable price. With brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, and Symbol, our experienced team will find you the comfort and support that will make you feel like a winner. Rush into one of our 3 Fort Wayne locations on North Coliseum Boulevard, Lima Road, or Illinois Road, or log on to MattressWarehouseFW.com.
Mattress Warehouse. Sleep on it tonight.
Kaleidoscope Floors is giving you a chance to be a part of the Komets this season. Just visit Kaleidoscope Floors on Facebook or Twitter and say you want to be the next guest statistician of the game. Each winner will sit in the press box, keep stats, and be interviewed live on WOWO during the second intermission of each home game. It's all presented by Kaleidoscope Floors, now at their new larger location, 1610 West Cook Road. Contest open to kids 9 and older and must be accompanied by an adult. Sign up right now and be the next Kaleidoscope Floors guest statistician of the game.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
For all your insurance needs, visit Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Napa know-how.
Why should you buy a 99-cent Napa bag? Because it's no ordinary bag. It can save you 20% on 3 or more items you can fit inside. Some call that magic. Others say it's the 8th wonder of the world. But whatever it is, it's the best way to save you 20% on brakes, filters, wipers, and more. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Minimum 3 items. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back at the Coliseum, we are done with 20 minutes of play, and the Komets have got the lead 3-2 tonight over the Kalamazoo Wings. Let's review what has happened here this evening. First, our Huntington University shots on goal tonight. The Komets finished the first period with 13. Kalamazoo, they had 9. Recapping the scoring, just 44 seconds into the contest, Alan Łyszczarczyk, he got his 12th of the season. Brett McKenzie got the assist, and then the Komets would get another one at 4:26. Matt Boudens, his 8th of the season. Jenks and Galipeau the assist. Kalamazoo would get 2 in the first as well to tie it up. Capelli on a breakaway. 7:14 was the time. His 9th of the season. Wilson the assist. Kovacs, his 4th of the season at 14:06. Garrett Ross and Kyle Blaney helped him out. Then the Komets would get a power play late in the period, and A.J. Jenks would get his 12th of the season. 17:08 was the time. Jason Binkley and Tyler Ross with the helpers, and again, it was on the power play. Komets 1 of 1 on the power play tonight. Kalamazoo, they have yet to have a man advantage. Just that one penalty. It was Eric Catalyst for tripping at 15:40. Goaltenders. Jake Kiley started the game for Kalamazoo, but he's not going to finish it because he gave up 2 goals on 2 shots. Got the hook really quick as Hildebrandt came in, and he saw 11 shots and he made 10 saves, giving up the 1 goal. Patrick Munson, 9 shots, that's what he faced, and he made 7 saves on the night. And that is what has happened so far here tonight as the Komets look to make it 2 in a row. As we've got a full slate of games in the ECHL tonight, we will come back and we will have a full rundown of the scoreboard. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Let me tell you a thing or two about the people who don't compromise. They love Pepsi Zero Sugar. Why? Because it's got all the flavor and zero the sugar. How's that for not compromising? They're the sort of person that likes surf with their turf. And the drink with their feast? Yeah, they have a Pepsi Zero Sugar. The person who doesn't compromise loves a good golden doodle. All the golden retriever goodness with just a hint of doodle. And when they're bringing said golden doodle for a walk, they bring a Pepsi Zero Sugar. Pepsi Zero Sugar. All the flavor, zero the sugar.
Ever wish you could get medical care without leaving home or interrupting work or travel? Now you can with Parkview On Demand. Parkview On Demand is a video service that lets you speak directly to a doctor or healthcare provider, all from your computer or smartphone, 24 hours a day from anywhere in the U.S. Just download the app or visit parkview.com/on-demand. There's no driving to a doctor's office, and Parkview On Demand can even send prescriptions right to your pharmacy. It's quality, convenient care for non-emergencies like colds and flu, sinus infections, pink eye, skin rashes, and more, all for just $49 a call. It's great for kids away at college, too. Go to parkview.com/on-demand or download our app from Google Play or the iPhone App Store. Parkview On Demand, the care you need wherever you are.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
3-2 Komets here in the first period as we take a look at the Meijer out-of-town scoreboard. Meijer, where you get the rewards without the work. We have got a final in overtime. The Newfoundland Growlers 3 and the Adirondack Thunder 2. We've got a game that's just gone final up in Portland, Maine, where the Jacksonville Icemen go on a long road trip. They win that one 3-2 over the Maine Mariners. Down in South Carolina, we have got a 3-3 game between the Florida Everblades and the South Carolina Stingrays. 9:23 to go in the third period. From Reading, Pennsylvania, we've got the Railers and the Royals tonight, and the Railers are up 3-1 in the second period. The Atlanta Gladiators 2 and the Norfolk Admirals 1 in the second period. In Toledo tonight, the Indy Fuel, who lost 1 to the Komets last night, 5-2. They're up 3-1 on the Toledo Walleye tonight. 15:26 to go in the second period. That game again in Toledo. Cincinnati Cyclones looking to bounce back after a couple overtime losses. They are at home tonight, and they're taking on the Wheeling Nailers, and the Cyclones up 2-0 with about 12 seconds to go in the first period. The Allen Americans 2 and the Wichita Thunder 0 down in Allen, Texas tonight. That game is in the first period. Also in the first period, no score between the Idaho Steelheads and the Tulsa Oilers. And then finally the Rapid City Rush. They are at the Utah Grizzlies this evening, and that winds up the slate in the ECHL. The Rush and Grizzlies, they have yet to get underway. The Meijer app will learn all about you and your shopping preferences the more you use it. Enter your MPerks ID every time you check out. So we will take a break, come back, and take a look at the standings as we're coming up on the halfway point here in the ECHL season. We'll be back. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Hi, Hi, this is Dr. Roger Pacina. Did you know Afton has been making dentures for over 40 years? We've done thousands of denture surgeries, most of them in about an hour. Have questions or concerns? Why not schedule a complimentary evaluation? Our team will walk you through the process and work with you financially so it doesn't break your budget, with 0% terms available for those who qualify. Everyone wants to feel like a VIP. That's why we're introducing our VIP dentures. We simply scan your jaw and in minutes figure out where to place your implants for the best result. It's simple, fast, and we can often finish your dentures the same day. Want to look younger? Afton also offers our ageless denture. With the correct teeth, bite, and lip support, you can get rid of that sunken appearance and start showing your teeth again. Isn't it time to find your smile? Call Afton across from the Coliseum on Parnell at 482-8386 or visit our website at afnet.com.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the winning values you've been looking for on all the new 2020 models, starting at only $34,000. Check out the all-new 2020 Jeep Gladiator, the only open-air pickup truck, or change lines to the Power Top, now available for the first time ever on Jeep Wrangler. The all-new 2020 Ram 1500 pickup with best-in-class fuel economy, with more power and guts than any other truck on the market. With its striking design and powerful standard engine, this is one tough truck. For all your everyday work needs, we also have an awesome selection of our new line of commercial Pro Master vans. Come see the complete lineup of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, all in one place. Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is proud to support the Komets and our community for over 40 years. Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online at o'danielauto.com.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back at the Coliseum, we're in the middle of the first intermission. Shane Albarani and Fred Bean with you here tonight as the Komets have the lead 3-2 after one period of play over the Kalamazoo Wings. Let's take a look at the standings in the ECHL as we are coming down on the halfway point. This game, or this season, is flying by as we take a look at the North Division, where the defending Kelly Cup champs, the Newfoundland Growlers, they sit atop the division, 46 points, 23 wins already on the season to just 10 losses. The Brampton Beasts, they are in second place. They've got 40 points, tied with the Reading Royals, and the Maine Mariners coming in. They are tied with Adirondack with 35 points, and that is a look at the North Division. In the South Division, the South Carolina Stingrays, what a record they have. 23 wins, just 3 losses in regulation, 3 overtime losses, and 1 shootout loss. They've got 50 points, and believe it or not, that is not the most in the league. We'll get to that in a second. The Florida Everblades are in second place in the South Division, followed by Greenville and then Orlando, Atlanta, Norfolk, and Jacksonville. They round out the South Division. In the Mountain Division, the Allen Americans, they have got the most points in the ECHL, 52 on the season. They are 23-7-5-1. They have played 36 games, and that is actually the most of any team in the league this season, so they've been able to rack up a couple extra points. 52, they are in firm control of that top spot in the Mountain Division. Idaho, they are in second place, 43 points. The Utah Grizzlies in third, and then the Rapid City Rush, they are in fourth place, just 1 point up on the Wichita Thunder. Then in the Central, where, of course, the Fort Wayne Komets reside, and this division is going to be tight all season. Look for a lot of back and forth. Right now, Cincinnati in the top spot, 46 points, but the Toledo Walleye are closing fast, and they have played 3 less games than the Cincinnati Cyclones, and that is huge. That is 6 points, and that's the difference right now between first and second place in the Central. Cincinnati with 46 points, Toledo with 41, but Toledo, they were losing at last check, second period against Indy 3-1. That can mean some very good news for the Fort Wayne Komets, because the Komets are just 4 back of the Toledo Walleye for second place in the Central Division. The Wheeling Nailers, they're 1 point back of the Komets for third place, and Indy getting that loss to the Komets last night, that struck a blow to them. They had been playing very well. They now have 33 points. That's 3 points back of Wheeling. And then Kalamazoo bringing up the rear with 27 points, and that is a look at the standings in the ECHL, and we will take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on Whoa Whoa.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Komet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186. About the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
Sports fans, Bet Indiana News has got you covered. Football, basketball, baseball, and more. Bet Indiana News is the sharpest source for the latest sports betting news from across the country and around the state. And always with an eye on the action, the favorites, the underdogs, the sharp money, and more. It's where you'll find all the sports betting info you want, all at one site. Visit BetIndianaNews.com today.
This is Komets head coach Ben Boudreau inviting everyone to Texas Roadhouse before every Komets home game. Wear your favorite Komets jersey and get a free cactus blossom. And you can even sit in the famous Komets Corner. Texas Roadhouse is the home of award-winning steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, and unbelievable fresh-baked bread. Of course, Texas Roadhouse has plenty of ice-cold beer and legendary margaritas. Get to Texas Roadhouse with your Komets jersey before every Komets home game and get a free cactus blossom. Texas Roadhouse on Washington Center Road.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back at the Coliseum, we are in the middle of the first intermission. Komets lead this one by a score of 3-2 tonight. Attention Scout leaders and Scout parents. The first Scout night for Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts is coming up on Saturday, January 18th. Scout forms are available at the Lutheran Health Information booth here at the Coliseum and at the Komet Game Night office. A big crowd is expected that night because it is DC Comics night. Komets will be wearing specially DC Comic themed jerseys, so get your tickets early for the Komets and the Toledo Walleye. That's the other bonus. Saturday, January 18th. And also, that will be the next time you'll have a chance to eat free walleye from the Fish House. The Fish House located just down the street from the Coliseum wants to give you a chance to eat free walleye when the Komets beat the Walleye at home this season. Just take your ticket to the Fish House for a free walleye appetizer with the purchase of a regular entree. So eat walleye at the Fish House. Your next chance is coming up on the 18th of January. Komets will go on the road for a game next week, but we've got two home games, kind of sandwiched between that road game. Komets will be in Wheeling on Saturday night, but the Idaho Steelheads come to town Friday and Sunday, so kind of a weird schedule there, but the Idaho Steelheads will make their first visit to the Coliseum ever. The Komets, of course, went out to Idaho early on in the month of December. They took one game but lost the last two games of that three-game set with Idaho, so the Komets looking for a little revenge coming up next weekend. Again, that is next Friday and Sunday against Idaho. And Friday, January 10th against the Steelheads is family four-pack night. You can get 4 upper arena tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 soft drinks, 4 bags of chips for one low price. Purchase online or at the Coliseum ticket office. And Komet fans, visit one of Mattress Warehouse's 3 Fort Wayne locations on North Coliseum Boulevard, Lima Road, or at Illinois Road, or at mattresswarehousefw.com. Mattress Warehouse, sleep on it tonight. We will take one more break. The second period is coming up. Komets lead at 3-2. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
When you need an ER, where do you turn? At Lutheran Health Network, we are ER. We are here for you with 8 convenient hospital locations throughout the region. We are the only area ER with online check-in. Save your spot in line online. To learn more, visit lutheranhealth.net/weareer. Patients are seen in order of severity, therefore your spot may not be guaranteed. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911.
DMO Comics
and Sons Funeral Homes have been serving Fort Wayne and area families since it was founded in 1925. Now a member of the Dignity Memorial Network, Dio McComb provides pre-planning, funeral planning, cremation, and memorialization services. Compassionate local care, the most meaningful services celebrating a life well lived, all provided at the best value. Dio McComb and Sons Funeral Homes, a Dignity Memorial provider.
Enjoy your backyard. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces to see a huge selection of paver and retaining wall systems for your home. While you're there, you can learn about the outdoor fireplace options that are available from Outdoor Lifestyles. And be sure to check out the showroom for the latest indoor models from Heatolator. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces at 4936 Knob Road or on the web at knobbrick.com. NOBBRICK.com. Knob Brick and Fireplaces, Fort Wayne's only locally owned real brick and mortar store.
This is Comet Hockey.
Second period set to get underway here at the Coliseum. Our score is 3-2. Komets with the lead. Shane Albarani and Fred Bean with you here tonight. Out to center ice we go. Brett McKenzie will take the face-off, and we go up along the near side into the Kalamazoo zone. Van Voorhis will get it to Ike Capelli. Stretch pass up along the far side. It will go back to Van Voorhis. He'll pitch it forward, but Doherty's there for the Komets. Slaps it around the wall and back below the goal line. Stopped by Hildebrandt. Far side is going to be grabbed by Pope. And now the Wings will get it out of their zone. Here's Doherty at the center line. Doherty will send it into the Kalamazoo zone. It goes all the way into the corner. Here's Van Voorhis back behind the net. Van Voorhis gets chased by McKenzie. Slips away from him. He'll find a gap along the far side looking for Pope. It's going to be tipped. It's going to get all the way down to Munson. Munson off the backhand. We'll get it back to Doherty. Now on the left side, here's Jason Binkley. Binkley will try to give it back to Doherty. Oh, he coughed it up. Comes right out in front of the net. Right out. It's going to be Wilson. Can he get a shot off? Here's one. Save made. That was Ross who got the shot off. And up along the far side, here's Taylor going to go down into the corner. That's going to be deflected out of play as the Komets dodge one there. A turnover results in a scoring chance, but Munson, and that's going to happen, and that's where you depend on your goaltender to make those big saves.
Yeah, absolutely. Binkley, passing the puck back behind the net to Doherty, and it was a hot pass, and he couldn't handle it, and it bounced off the boards. Unfortunately, bounced right to a Kalamazoo player who was able to get a shot on net, but as you said, Munson came up big with a leg save.
Face off to the right of Munson here in the Komet zone. And it comes up to the blue line. Here's Wilson. Wilson backhander going to go into the corner. Galipeau goes back behind the net to Haas. Haas on the left side. He'll send it forward. Knocked out of midair by Kovacs. Kovacs will bring it in, and he will send it around the wall. Galipeau reaching for it. It's going to go up to the blue line. Held in off the back wall now. Haas gets tangled up with Kovacs. They're behind the net. Got a hold of each other. Haas now takes him off the puck. And now it's going to be off the side of the net to Galipeau. Galipeau trying to get away from Garrett Ross. Now Jenks comes in to help out. He leaves it for Taylor Ross to the blue line, held in by Kovacs. Now Garrett Ross with it. Got a man on the right side. Shot, save made by Munson. They try and glove it down in front of the net, and it's knocked up. And now onto the right side it comes. Here is Kyle Blaney trying to get around Galipeau. Backhander in front, had Ross. And here is Munson. Got a leg on it, and it comes up to the blue line. Still not out. Back on the near side. Kovacs, top of the right circle. Sends it across. Wilson drops it up top. Now they return it to Wilson. Thought about a shot. Nothing there. We got Boudens without a stick. To the blue line. To Blaney. Back up top. Kalamazoo treating this like it's a power play. Here is a shot through traffic. Munson made the save, and it goes on the left side. And A.J. Jenks finally finds a spot, clears it out, but doesn't go very far. Ross tries to poke it away off the stick of Wilson, cannot do it. And now Catalyst will enter the zone. Catalyst on the far side spins around. Here's Tho. He'll take a shot. That is blocked. Bayless got a leg on it. It goes into the corner. Bayless shaken up a little bit after blocking that shot. Goes up along the far side here in the Komet zone. Back behind the net. Now pushed up along the near side. Stepping up is done. He goes down into the corner. Back behind the net. Off the wall, Diamond Tony intercepted by Petruzzelli, and Petruzzelli will get it to Bayless. He'll leave it for Petruzzelli. A shot, save made, are going to go wide, and now Bayless on the far side. Bayless, a backhander, sends it around the boards. Underneath, it's Komets with it on the near side. And it's Gage Torrell, lost it to Tho, who goes back behind Hildebrandt, and now he will move it forward. They come ahead with a Diamond Tony shot, save made, rebound, look out, bouncing around, it just goes high. And now sent up along the near side. We've got a penalty call. It's going to be on the Komets.
A lot of zone play for Kalamazoo on that, Shane. And you know, the good and the bad of it. The bad of it was that they were in our zone an awful lot. They got an awful lot of scoring opportunities. The good part about it was the Komets were collapsing down. They turtled up in front of Munson. They were able to get the puck, moving and out of harm's way. Unfortunately, they couldn't clear the zone with it, and they kept coming back at it, but they kept doing the same thing. It's basic defensive hockey, and they were able to be able to help out their goaltender, because I always tell my teams, goaltenders don't get shutouts, teams get shutouts, so you can't leave your goaltender to hang out to dry, and they did a good job of getting the puck out.
But now Kalamazoo gets their first power play of the game. Puck goes down into the corner. Capelli plays it off the wall and to the blue line. And it's Pope on the right side. Up top of the blue line, Tho. Now back, Capelli shot. Save made by Munson. He'll hang on to it.
Nice. No rebound on that. That was perfect play by Munson to be able to get that puck and secure it.
Face-off will be in the Komet zone with 1:43 left on the hooking call to Bayless.
With Boudens losing a stick on that earlier exchange, it was like they were on a power play. So this is really an extended one. We're talking close to 3.5 minutes at this point.
Taylor on the face-off for Kalamazoo. It goes behind the net. Komets push it off the wall, and down it goes all the way down. Hildebrandt will stop it, and Tho will pick it up for the Wings. Tho moving to his right. It's around a stick check from Petruzzelli. And he'll get it to Diamond Tony. He'll come across the line, and that's going to go out of play off the end glass there and into the safety screen. So face-off. Let's see where they're going to put this one. Should be inside the Komet zone. Yep, to the left of Munson. 1:21 to go in the power play. 16:04 to go in the second period. Komets still lead at 3-2. Here's Blaney on the face-off for Kalamazoo. Wins it up along the near side. Tries to poke it up to Catalyst. Petruzzelli down there for the Komets, trying to feed it up along the wall. It comes up onto the far side, top of the far dot. And off the wall, held in at the blue line. Wings with it. Here's a shot. Munson the save. He's able to haul it in right into the glove. So Munson not allowing any rebounds. And that's a good thing here on this power play for Kalamazoo.
Garrett Ross standing right in front of Munson. Doherty had an eye on him, but he needs to really wrap him up a little bit sooner than that and keep him out of harm's way.
Again to the right of Munson. Boudens will take the face-off for the Komets. His opponent will be Kyle Blaney. And the puck is dropped, goes to Garrett Ross to the blue line. Stick handling into the corner now onto the near side. On the right wall, it's Catalyst. Tries to put it out in front to Kovacs. Now back to Catalyst. Catalyst pitches it backwards to Fry. Now on the far side, they center it again. No shot. Back on the far boards. Up top, it comes to Fry. He'll take a shot and missed it wide, and the Komets up with it. And it's going to go off the back of Boudens. Komets would have cleared it there, but it'll be Garrett Ross coming up with the loose puck. Up to the blue line. Fry with it, mishandled it. Oh, Brady Shaw almost ripped it away from him, but now he's got it, and here's a shot that goes wide. Back behind the net, out in front. Here's Boudens. Nobody around. Boudens will skate with it. One man to beat. Coming in on the goaltender, Hildebrandt. He shoots, and a save made by Hildebrandt. What a shot by Boudens, and an even better save by Hildebrandt. And they come across. Here's a shot that is blocked. Now the Komets again got some numbers here shorthanded. Petruzzelli across the line. Peshnik taken to the net. Here's a shot and a save made by Hildebrandt as Peshnik went hard to the net. And Hildebrandt was able to hang on to it. Now we've got extra going on at the end of the play. Jenks gets tangled up. And they're going to be separated. Well, let's talk about that play by Boudens. Boudens was all alone. There was nobody in front of him for about 80 feet, I think. And he was surprised how open he was. He started skating forward. Kyle Blaney hustled on back just to get in his way just enough, but he made a great shot. He pulled Hildebrand down, but Hildebrand, who was going the wrong direction, somehow got the left leg on it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the bounces have not been going our way for the last 3.5 minutes, which is why they were able to keep the puck in our zone and have a power play even when it wasn't officially a power play. And then finally, the puck was bouncing our way and sending Bowden away. And as you said, he pulled him right out, and Hildebrand was able to recover at the last second.
We're back to 5-on-5. The Komets with 2 good scoring chances shorthanded. Komets still have the lead, and Kalamazoo, they've got the puck in their own zone. Wilson goes up along the near side, sent into the Komet zone. Back behind the net, here's Munson. He'll play it up along the left side, looking for McKenzie. He has got Łyszczarczyk, who will give it to McKenzie. McKenzie will come across the line, taking a shot. Save made by Hildebrand. Back behind the net, Stewart down there in the corner, trying to go back down low to McKenzie. McKenzie with the puck. It's going to be pushed up along the wall. Komets catch up to it. Here's Brady Shaw up to Galipeau. He'll take a shot. Hildebrand will make the save, and he will hang on to it, and we get a timeout. 3-2 Komets. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Trust the doctors at IPFW Athletics and the Fort Wayne Komets Trust. Aaron Chiropractic is well known for providing quality yet cost-effective care for sports injuries, muscle, and joint problems. They're one of the only clinics in the region to provide its patients with pain relief utilizing numerous therapies, including acupuncture, massage, and rehabilitation. Aaron Chiropractic is conveniently located in Northeast Fort Wayne. Find us on the web at aaronchiro.com or call 492-8811 to schedule an appointment.
There's nothing like waking up to a warm, delicious breakfast deal.
Huh?
Get up, sleepyhead. Tim Hortons has breakfast double deals. Grab the new deal on egg and cheese wrap snackers, 2 for just $2.
Nice.
Or say hello to 2 sausage, egg, and cheese English muffins or bagel sandwiches for just $4.
Hello.
Really hungry? Well, now you can get 2 hearty bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits for just $5.
I'm getting my keys.
Wake up to breakfast double deals. Now at Tim Hortons. Limited time only at participating restaurants. Single item at regular price on menu. No substitutions.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
$13:52 to go here in period number 2 from the Coliseum. Shane Alberani and Fred Bean here tonight. Komets lead it. Here's Binkley with a rip from the blue line, and Hildebrand looks it right into the glove. And Hildebrand, that's one thing he's pretty good at, not letting those rebounds coming out from those long-distance shots.
Yeah, the lane opened up for that shot, and it was unfortunately could have just taken it just a fraction of a second earlier. He would have had a little bit more traffic in front.
Though goes along the far side, jammed out by Pope, can't get it across the line. Pope goes down into the corner with it, and now back behind the net. Here in the Kalamazoo zone, Komets keep it in. Binkley still with it on the left side. Now to Morasti. He'll send it wide to the net, but it's going to be snagged by Hildebrand. And he'll keep it close, and he will get a whistle.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be trying to cover up as much as he can, get as many whistles as he can, slow down the Komet attack in the offensive zone. Smart play on his side. So, knowing that, the Komets need to start working the puck and down lower a little bit more instead of just relying coming from the point where they don't have as much traffic in front.
Face-off goes to the right of Hildebrand. Jenks in there to take the draw. And now he's going to get kicked out. Boudens will come in. And it comes up to the blue line where it's going to be out of there. Galipeau will drift back, gets it over to Haas. Haas on the left side. And flipped into the Kalamazoo zone, into the corner. Edmondson after it. Onto the near wing. He'll scoot it forward. Now here's Ross coming out of the pack with it for Kalamazoo. Cuts across the line. Goes into the corner. Takes a big hit from Kyle Haas. And the puck is going to squirt loose to Galipeau. Galipeau will send it the length of the ice. We got a foot race, and it's going to be an icing on the Komets with 12:55 to go in the second period. Komets, 3 games next weekend. 2 will be at home Friday night and Sunday against the Idaho Steelheads. And then we will be in Wheeling coming up on Saturday night. Face off to the right of Munson. And Jenks will take the drop. Comes up top of the blue line. Van Voris will keep it in. Sends it all the way around the wall. Rims up along the left side. And up to the blue line and out. Van Voris goes back. Van Voris in his own end. Far side, tapped at, back into the Komet zone. Galipeau gets back nicely, goes along the far side. Galipeau with it again, goes down into the corner. And that time, Diamond Tony got a piece of the puck. He's able to keep it in the Komet zone. On the near side, coming out, here's Catalyst with a shot. What a save by Munson. And we go back up along the near side. Komets scrambling. Can't get it out of the zone. In front, Catalyst again with a shot. He missed it wide. On the far side, Galipeau gets it to the blue line. Not out. Held in. Shot, save made. Rebound is going to go back behind the net. The Komets push it off the glass and finally out. And that's going to be an icing call. And unfortunately, the Komets not going to be able to change it up because those guys have been out there quite a while. But Kalamazoo caught the Komets running around and results in an icing and a face-off coming up.
Yeah, they got some heavy legs out there right now, so they need to get this. They win the face-off, get it out of the zone, and get a fresh set of legs out there. Munson standing tall, doing what he needs to do to keep us ahead at 3-2.
Here's the drop. It's tied up on the dot. Now you get a quick shot off. Blocked. Now Taylor on the far side. Now Icapelli, top of the circle. Pushes it over to Taylor. Another shot. That's going to go wide. Goes off the end wall. Taylor goes after it. Sends it all the way up along the left side. On the near boards, it is Pope. Centers it. Nobody home. The Komets are there. It's Ross. Ross has got Pope on his back, and Ross is able to skate through it, and he's able to get it in, and everyone's able to get off the ice.
Good job by Ross. Having the guy hang all over him in the neutral zone. Was able to get that puck down deep and get everybody off.
Łyszczarczyk. He'll take the puck away here in the Kalamazoo zone. Goes down low to McKenzie. McKenzie behind the net. Now cuts in front of the net. Takes a shot. Hildebrand. Oh, he's able to squeeze the pads. Look behind him for a moment.
Yeah, he did. He wasn't confident on that save.
Yeah, that's a scary feeling when you're a goaltender. Not sure where that puck is.
Yeah, it was a great play because what he came in and did was do a 360, and essentially he turned his back to the goaltender, and the goaltender lost sight of the puck. So when he came out of the 360 and let it go, it took a fraction of a second for Hildebrand to be able to pick it up, and he wasn't so sure he had it.
Here's the puck drop in the Kalamazoo zone behind the net. It's Edmondson. Cross-rink pass goes off the wall. Only man back for the Komets. It's Peshnik. Peshnik goes behind the net. Onto the right side, here's Stewart. Stewart feeds it up along the wall. Łyszczarczyk trying to get to it. Cannot. It's going to go behind Hildebrand. Łyszczarczyk now all over his man. That's Ben Wilson. And Łyszczarczyk, look at the rookie, gutting it out. Here's a shot. Goes off the side of the cage and into the corner. It goes to Brady Shaw. Shaw gets double teamed behind the line. Kicked out of there by Kovacs, but it's going to go back to Shaw. Shaw banks it off the wall. Here's Pechnik. Slides it over. Here is Stewart with a shot. That is blocked. It comes out to Blaney. Look out. Blaney. Oh, nice job there by Pechnik. Got a stick on it. Gets it to Shaw. And now it'll be reached for by Stewart. And that is going to get up into the Kalamazoo bench with 10.5 to go in the second.
Nice work by Łyszczarczyk down low. Taking the body to the man. Keeping the puck down. Getting the Komets into the zone. All that zone play originated and came out of that hustle that he displayed right there. That's exactly what they need to do. Nice play by the rookie.
Here's the drop in the neutral zone just outside the Kalamazoo line. Binkley will place it off the wall and back into the Kalamazoo zone. Wings with the puck on the near side, banked off the glass, and on the far side it's Blaney, or Sandler rather. Sandler will get it across the line. On the near side will be scooped up around the wall by Diamond Tony. He'll find the stick of Corey Dunn, who just run over. Here is a shot. That is going to be a broken stick. Doesn't get it on Munson, and back below the goal line. Torrell comes away with it over the Komets. Torrell in the corner, gets it back to Binkley. Binkley behind the net, plays it off the wall. Here's Bayless on the left side. Bayless takes it off the glass, trying to go to Petruzzelli. Spun him around. Now it'll give Sandler a chance to get it back into the Komet zone, and he does. Munson will drop the paddle of the stick, and he'll give it to Doherty. Doherty plays it off the wall. Bouncing puck will get to Torrell and back into the Kalamazoo zone. Wings have it in front of their own net. Now it's David Pope with it. Takes the turn, trying to get around Morasti, and he does. Shoots it forward, and the Wings here to the Comet blue line. But the Comets are there to defend it, but they cannot clear it out. Here's Icapelli coming across the line. Icapelli sends it backwards. Pope back to Icapelli. Shot, save made, and it's steered back below the goal line. Far side. It's Taylor, pitches it wide to net, and now up along the near side. Backhander into the corner by Icapelli, rims around. Fry catches up to it, he comes up to the blue line. Fry hides Icapelli, top of the right side. He'll take a shot, it's blocked. Doherty with it. Doherty, the big defenseman, will just feather it into the Kalamazoo zone. Tries to get off for a quick change, and that'll give the Wings a chance to come across the line quickly. Here's a shot, Taylor, a save made by Munson, and he's hanging on. And the heads-up play there by Kalamazoo. They caught the Komets on a change and were able to get a scoring chance.
Yeah, and Munson did a great job of hanging on that post real tight. Just cut off the shot. It bounced harmlessly in front of him, and he pounced on it.
8:51 to go in the second period. 3-2. Komets have got the lead here in the second. McKenzie will take the face-off. And the Komets win it. Here's Łyszczarczyk coming around the middle of the ice, left side, trying to go to Shaw. Now back to Łyszczarczyk. Komets can't keep it on side, and now they go back with it. Here's Peshnig on the left side. He'll flip it in, goes off the stick of McKenzie, all the way down, back below the goal line. Here is Edmondson. Goes up along the near side and sent all the way into the neutral zone. Backhander into the Comet end, and it goes down here. Here is Stewart. Stewart going up along the near side, trying to get it to Łyszczarczyk. He's tangled up on the play. Łyszczarczyk banging away down there with Kovacs, and Łyszczarczyk comes away with it. Up along the far side here in the Kalamazoo zone. Now it's cleared all the way down, and chasing after it. It's going to be Ben Wilson. Wilson goes behind Hildebrand, and now he'll send it ahead. Off a stick and all the way into the Comet zone. No, it'll be icing. Looked like it was touched there up along the wall, but guess not, and the face-off will come down into the Kalamazoo zone.
Yeah, that's very fortunate. Komets were in the middle of a change, so they got fresh legs out there, and Kalamazoo can't switch off. Need to get some zone play going on right now.
Here's the face-off. Comes up to the blue line and out. Doherty was the last man back. He goes back for it. He'll flip it in. And down it goes off the stick of Hildebrand. Behind the net, here's Tho. Back to Wilson. Wilson angles it off the wall. And it goes along the near side. Connor Schmidt comes to the blue line. Komets are able to swipe it away. Petruzzelli reaching for it, laying out, but it's a turnover. Back the other way. Here come the Wings. Here is Catalyst in front. Backhander knocked away. Up along the far side. Here's Tho coming in. Goes down low to Sandler in front. Shot and a save made by Munson on the far boards. Here's Torrell. Torrell goes down into the corner. Back below the goal line. Schmidt will get it. Here's a shot. Save made by Munson. What an exchange there. The Wings, 3 chances, and Munson shutting the door.
Yeah, it's standing tall. The puck keeps coming out in front, and the Komets keep on banging it out, but not getting it out of the zone. But they clean it up with the left in front, and that's the important thing. So that last shot that he had, a very strong shot, but not much of an angle there. And Munson, like a brick wall, be able to stop the puck and tie it up for a face-off.
7:20 to go in the second. Komets still holding the lead, 3-2. Shots are 21-19 in favor of Kalamazoo here tonight. Punks it all the way around the wall. The Komets with it on the left side. Bouncing puck, and now all the way into the Kalamazoo zone. Not enough legs on it for an icing as Taylor goes behind the net. Taylor for the Wings. Up along the far side. It's going to go off the glass. And the Wings re-enter the Comet zone far side. David Pope runs into Peshnig. And now Ross trying to get to the puck. Held in again. Bouncer off a skate. And now all the way out to Connor Schmidt.
Nice play by Peshnig, taking the body, ending that attack.
Here's a Wilson slicing it off the wall, sent all the way around. Here's Galipeau taking it off the wall, but not out. Here's a shot and a save made by Munson. And now on the left side, here's Boudens. Boudens picking it up. He'll feather it. Bouncer all the way into the Kalamazoo zone. Van Voris over to Zach Fry. Fry back in the Kalamazoo zone. Heads with it up all right on the right side to Wilson. He'll flip it in on Munson. He will snag it, and he'll just get a whistle. 6:20 to go here in the period, and we have got some punches exchanged. Ross and Peshnig. And Ross took a little poke at Peshnig. Let's see if any penalties are going to be handed out. It's been a pretty clean game tonight. Only one penalty here in the second period. And Peshnig, he is just going to go ahead to the bench, or Galipeau will head to the bench. And I think Peshnig will stay out there. So getting a little chippy out there. Face off to the left of Munson. And the drop comes up to the blue line. Here's Wilson, going to go down into the corner and sent all the way along the far side. Brady Shaw goes below the goal line. Peshnig still out there. Him and Ross, they tangle again as the puck comes out of the zone. Chopped all the way into the Kalamazoo end. Played off the wall. And now here's Garrett Ross again with it for Kalamazoo. Plays it up along the near side. And now they're coming into the Komet zone. Skating through things. It's Wilson. Wilson goes deep into the corner. Met there by Brady Shaw. Comes out in front of the net. And Munson is able to take control of it. And we get a timeout. 3-2 Komets. So we'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
With Applebee's All You Can Eat, you'll get to enjoy unlimited riblets, double crunch shrimp, and boneless wings tossed in our classic buffalo sauce for just, hold on a second, now it's with boneless wings too? Waiter, another plate of the boneless wings, okay? Chop, chop. Get it all for just $12.99. Applebee's, now that's eating good in the neighborhood. For a limited time, dine in only. Price and participation varies.
Oscar C. Mitson Insurance Agency, the insurance provider of the Komets for 30 years. If you buy your auto and homeowners insurance from a website or 800 number, here's a better idea. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance. They are an independent agency with access to many companies. They'll find the fit for you at a price that fits you. Talk to an agent who lives here in Fort Wayne, an agent who is your neighbor. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance at 749-0100 or at OscarMitsonInsurance.com. Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
5:47 to go in the second period. Komets hanging on here. 3-2 is the score. Komets have led all the way through this one. And Łyszczarczyk got us going under a minute into the game. So the Komets have led it from the onset. Puck up along the near side. Here's Bayless. Bayless will get it to Marasti. He'll float it into the Kalamazoo zone. Goes off the end wall. And now back behind the net. Bayless works for it up along the near side. Bayless can't get it out of there. Now it'll be far side. And now flipped into the Komet zone. All the way into the corner. Munson will play it off the glass. And now Bayless up along the left side. Puck is going to come out to the center line. It's going to bounce around. Marasti without a stick. Trying to get Capelli, or that's Diamond Tony off the puck. And now Diamond Tony with it. He'll come across the line. Diamond Tony bearing down. He gets into the corner. Jason Binkley got back, cut him off as the puck goes behind the net. Doherty gets it into the corner, trying to go back to Binkley, but there is Diamond Tony now back behind Munson. It rolls, and Doherty able to fight off a check. He gets it over to Petruzzelli and into the neutral zone. Cross-rink pass. Kalamazoo gets it back momentarily. Now the Komets got it. Marasti trying to go to Petruzzelli off of his skate. And now back the other way. Now it goes off the skate of Catalyst down to the Komet zone. And we're coming up on 4.5 to go in the second period. Doherty up along the far wall. It's going to be sent into the Kalamazoo zone. Hildebrand will come out. Dips it into the corner for Van Voris. Van Voris peels it down low to Zach Fry. Fry will come up along the near side. Now he sends it forward. Jenks will grab it at the blue line, but that's going to be promptly taken away by Pope. And Pope now sends it over on to the left wing. Ahead they come, tabbed at by Capelli. It's going to come into the Komet zone, but Galipeau is back. Galipeau up along the far side. Taylor with it to the blue line. Diamond Tony moving to his left. Here's a shot. Goes wide of the net. Now up along the left side, and now the Komets are able to clear the zone. All the way down it goes. That will be an icing, and we'll take another quick break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Nelson, Mays, and Wonka. All famous Willies. But getting the Willies, it isn't fun. That creepy feeling you get when you see all your high-interest debt? Partners First Federal Credit Union has the cure for the Willies with products that are designed to help you. Nothing brings out those Willies more than a mortgage, car loan, or high-interest credit card. Partners First can keep those Willies away. Just go to partnersfirstcu.org to get started. Partners First Federal Credit Union. Part of your community. Part of your tomorrow. Partners First Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. MLS number 405819.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne on 1190 AM, 107.5 FM. Depend on it.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
3:41 to go, second period. Shane Albarani and Fred Bean taking you through this one here tonight. Komets looking to make it 2 in a row after the 5-2 win last night in Indy. Right now it's 3-2 Komets. Face off to the right of Patrick Munson, getting his second straight start. Jenks will get it into the corner. Galipeau will steer it up along the near side, bounces it off the wall and loosely into neutral territory. Van Voorhis pitches it back, and now the Wings come across the line again. Capelli along the far side, double team down there by the Komets. Haas will get it away from him. He'll rip it up along the near side. Jabbed at, and now McKenzie with it, trying to get it to Łyszczarczyk, who got behind the D, but now McKenzie is able to muscle it into the Kalamazoo zone as he's taken off his feet by Edmondson. And the puck goes along the near side. Taylor gets it ahead. Lead man is Pope, coming across the line, drop back, shot, score. Capelli will get his second of the game, and that was just a rocket.
Shane, the Komets have been living on the edge the entire period. They've had tremendous amount of zone play by Kalamazoo, and at every single shift they're spending trying to get the puck out of their zone, and by the time they do, they have to switch up because they're out of gas. And finally, Kalamazoo was able to cash in on that shot right there. Not much Munson could do on it. It was a blast, right point blank.
24 shots tonight for Kalamazoo, the majority of them here in the second period. Just 9 shots on goal in the first period for the Wings, so they've done a lot of damage here in the second. We are now tied at 3 here in period number 2. Under 3 to go in the second period. Here's Binkley sending it ahead to Torrell, and now left side Bayless will enter the zone. Bayless going to go down into the corner. Spins around looking for someone to give it to, and he's able to get it into the corner. Here is Torrell. Torrell on it. Goes back behind the net. Jabbed at by Hildebrandt. Plays up along the near side in the corner. Komets now buzzing around in the Kalamazoo zone, but here's Catalyst to snuff that out, and he will send it down the length of the ice. All the way into the Komet zone. Here's Doherty with it. Doherty almost lost it. He's able to get it back. Now Petruzzelli on the far side. Petruzzelli and Sandler coming together. Now Torrell, far boards. The Komets got to get it out of their zone. Torrell goes back behind Munson. Now onto the right side. Here's Binkley with it. And Binkley skates with it. Going to go all the way down off the end wall. Coming up on 2 minutes to go here in the second period. Puck is going to bounce off the wall back into the Komet zone for Galipeau. Galipeau will get it to Boudens. Boudens takes the turn. Plays on the near side. Here's Jenks, and the Komets are going to be whistled for offside. So, we got to get one here.
Yeah. Well, you know, common theme that I'm seeing is that the Wings are skating through the puck. The Komets are not. The Komets are skating to the puck and then going into a glide, and that's where the Wings catch them from behind. They got to skate through the puck just as the Wings are doing, and that's what's going to create the opportunities for them. So, it seems like a little thing, but at that last second, you know, last 2 strides are huge, important.
Wings with the puck behind their goaltender, Hildebrandt. Jake Hildebrandt didn't start this one. Jake Kiley did. And now he's settled down. He's only given up 1 as Jenks comes across the line. Shot save made by Hildebrandt. Comes up to the top of the crease, cut down that angle, and makes the easy stop on Jenks.
Nice play by Jenks in the neutral zone, and that's where this play needs to be stopped. There's too many opportunities with the Wings getting into the offensive zone, you know, crossing into the blue line, because we're not standing them up in the neutral zone. That time Jenks did. That ended up with an offensive threat and a shot on net.
Face off to the right of Hildebrandt, and it goes into the corner. Taylor zips it around the far side. Pope will chop at it, and it's going to get out. Down to Haas, all the way in to the Komet zone. Haas goes off the wall. Ross coming to the blue line and out. Van Voorhis is there, sends it right back into the Komet zone. Munson will come out. He'll stop it, and here's Haas behind the net. Haas will send it up along the far side. Bouncer up along to Taylor Ross. Ross trying to get it out. He is tangled up on the play with Fry near the Komet bench. Coming up on a minute to go in the period. We're tied at 3. Capelli will come away with the puck. And out of Van Voorst in the Kalamazoo zone. Capelli sends it ahead. Here's Taylor. He'll send it down to Munson. He'll stop it, and he'll keep it moving. Drops it over to Galipeau. Galipeau on the right side here in a tie hockey game. 3-3. Brady Shaw, right side to Galipeau, coming across the line. Lost it to Taylor, and now sent back into the Kalamazoo zone. Up along the near side. Now they got a man breaking on the right wing. It's Diamond Tony. He enters the zone, comes down into the corner. Jason Binkley rubs him off the play. Now Shaw gets in on the act, and it's tangled up, and it comes out in front of Munson. But right there are the Komets. Galipeau to Łyszczarczyk. Down the middle of the ice, moving to his right, cuts across. 19 seconds left. Here's Shaw in front of that shot, and it goes wide. I think Hildebrandt got a piece of it with the toe, and a penalty is going to be called.
Nice offensive exchange all the way starting from our own zone, going through the neutral zone and over into the offensive zone. Komets creating passing lanes, moving the puck over the blue line instead of a dump and run and passing that puck in front. We get a good scoring opportunity with 14-3 left. They end up getting a power play. So we'll just get a few seconds, obviously, in the end of the period, but we'll start the third period with the power play. And right now they got an opportunity with the face-off in the near side to be able to get, if they win the draw, they can get at least a shot off.
Third power play of the game for the Komets. Puck comes up to the blue line. Here's Binkley. Left side to Shaw. Cross-ring pass. Down to 9 seconds to go in the period. Petchnik up top. Here's Binkley taking a shot. It is blocked. 3 seconds left, and the Wings clear the zone, and that will do it.
Yeah, that's not the shot Binkley wanted to take, but he was running out of time. He didn't have an option. He had to let it go.
So we are tied at 3 going into the final break of the night. We will step aside. We got the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show coming up. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Fort Wayne's got big trash problems. Only one way to solve them. Curbside Container has a plan. If you got trash to haul, just give Curbside a call. From the biggest dump truck to an itty-bitty can. Just call up Curbside Container. Ain't no need to call your mayor. Curbside Container will be there.
Facing an illness or injury that can't wait? Turn to ReadyMed. We're ready when your day doesn't go quite as planned, with convenient hours, 7 days a week. We offer after-hours appointments as well as x-ray and lab services in each of our convenient area locations. From minor accidents and injuries to fevers and flus, we're ready. To learn more, check wait times and save your spot in line. Visit ReadyMed.com. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911 or go to the nearest emergency department as soon as possible.
Napa know-how.
Why should you buy a 99-cent Napa bag? Because it's no ordinary bag. It can save you 20% on 3 or more items you can fit inside. Some call that magic. Others say it's the 8th wonder of the world. But whatever it is, it's the best way to save you 20% on brakes, filters, wipers, and more. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Minimum 3 items. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Take Midwest Gloves and Gear to work with you by using their full line of work gloves. Midwest Work Line features max performance gloves, PBR, along with a wide variety of Midwest branded gloves for any type of work. Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in being the largest manufacturer of American-made work gloves, and Midwest believes in investing in America. And that's why the Work Line features many styles made right here in the USA. For over 50 years, Midwest Gloves and Gear, Chillicothe, Missouri.
And the Komets have a penalty shot in overtime to win it. Come on, come on.
Hey, Dad, do you know where my goggles are?
Yeah, 1 sec. I'll help you find it right after this. Wait, why are you soaking wet?
Oh, I was just swimming in the basement.
You were what? Oh, great. Watering your basement? Don't know what to do next? Tell your insurance agent you want to work with Hayes & Sons. Because at Hayes & Sons, we do restoration right. Visit HayesandSons.com.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. We are in the middle of the second intermission. We are tied at 3. We are at home, which means it is time for our Kaleidoscope Floors guest statistician of the game. And if you want to be the next guest statistician of the game, all you have to do is go to Kaleidoscope Floors on Twitter or Facebook and say you want to be the next guest statistician of the game. Winners will sit up here in the press box, keep stats, and be interviewed live right here on WOWO, which is what we're going to do here tonight with Lila Jones. And Lila, first of all, how old are you?
I'm 8.
8 years old. Now, where do you go to school and what grade are you in?
I go to James Watson Elementary, and I'm in 3rd grade.
In the 3rd grade. Okay. Have you having a good time up here tonight?
Yep.
Yep. Able to see everything okay from this high up in the press box?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Now, you did a good thing here. You kept the shots on goal for us there in the first period for the Komets. How many did we have in the first period?
14.
All right. Now, in the second period, how many shots on goals do the Komets have?
8.
All right. Now, how many goals have the Komets scored here tonight? How many goals have we scored?
3.
3. And now how many has Kalamazoo scored? How many of the bad guys have scored?
2.
They've scored 2. Actually, they got 3. They snuck that third one in on you. I know. I want to forget about it, too. All right. Okay, Lila. So, have you had a good time here tonight?
Yes.
Who did you bring with you tonight?
My mom and my sister.
Yeah, are they having a good time, too?
Yes.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for coming up here tonight and keeping stats. I really appreciate it. All right? Thanks a lot. Lila Jones, our Kaleidoscope Floors guest statistician of the game. We'll be back. You are listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
When you're in pain from an orthopedic injury, muscle or joint issues, or sports injuries, you want treatment right away. You want Parkview Ortho Express, our orthopedic walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without a referral or appointment. From sprains and strains to broken bones to neck and back pain, Parkview Ortho Express is here to help with diagnostics, x-rays, treatment, and referrals. All in one location at Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in anytime Monday through Thursday from 7 to 7, Friday 7 to 5, or Saturday 8 to noon. Parkview Ortho Express. Same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without an appointment. Visit Parkview Ortho Express at the south entrance of Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. To learn more, call 260-266-4007 or visit parkview.com/Ortho Express.
McKenzie Sons Funeral Homes have been serving Fort Wayne and area families since it was founded in 1925. Now a member of the Dignity Memorial Network, McKenzie provides pre-planning, funeral planning, cremation, and memorialization services. Compassionate local care, the most meaningful services celebrating a life well lived, all provided at the best value. McKenzie Sons Funeral Homes, a Dignity Memorial provider.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. We're tied at 3, and when the Komets have been tied after 2 periods this season, putting pretty good record, 5-0-1. Komet fans, Napa Auto Parts and Komet Hockey and Napa Auto Parts are a winning combination with over 500,000 parts in inventory. They have every part you need to get your car back on the road so you never miss a game. Stop by your neighborhood Napa Auto Parts, and while you're there, be sure to sign up for Napa Rewards to receive a great deal and great discounts. And of course, go Komets. When water, fire, or mold or storm damage strikes your home or business, you want a hometown team you can trust. Call the team the Komets. Call Hayes & Sons. Learn more at hayesondsons.com. The Komets looking to make it 2 in a row. Kalamazoo, they're looking to break their 2-game skid. It's going to be a tough one here in the third period. We're tied at 3. We'll take another break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
For all of your insurance needs, visit Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
Cheer on your hometown team, the Fort Wayne Komets, throughout the season with your hometown dealer.
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
The only dealer to give you up to $5,555 more than your trade is worth, with payments as low as $79. Plus, we'll even pay off your lease or loan in full, no matter what you owe. It's gonna be a winning season with your Fort Wayne Komets. And
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
Online at BigCityCars.com.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Komets in Kalamazoo locked in a good one here tonight. Our score is 3-3, and we are going to the third period this evening. Komets have got two home games next week, Friday and Sunday. Idaho, they are in town, and then on Saturday we will go to Wheeling for a road game, so kind of the rare road game sandwiched in between those two home games next week. Idaho will be in town for both of those games, Friday and Sunday. Every week we have got a new episode of the Huntington University Komets podcast, and we have had some great episodes this year, including Matt Boudens, Sean Sadlowski, Ben Boudreau, Olivier Legault, and Justin Cohn from the Journal-Gazette. And we had such a good one with Justin Cohn, we had to make a two-parter out of it. So this Tuesday we released the latest episode, the sequel, with my interview with Justin Cohn from the Journal-Gazette. He has got some great stories, and when we come back from break, we will come back and talk to Justin Cohn from the Huntington University Komets podcast. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Komet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186. About the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
Life is busy enough. And when you add finding a doctor, it can be overwhelming. Lutheran Health Network now makes it possible to find a doctor with just one phone call to 844-LHN-DOCS. One call lets you schedule an appointment with one of more than 50 primary care providers in our network. Just call 844-LHN-DOCS. Finding a doctor with just one call? That's life, powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Health Network includes physician-owned hospitals.
Don't get stuck in the penalty box next season and upgrade to a Real ID. As of October 1, 2020, a Real ID compliant driver's license or state identification card is required to board commercial flights within the United States, visit military bases, and entering certain federal facilities. To view a complete list of required documentation needed to upgrade to a Real ID, visit realid.in.gov.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
With me. So I had some run-ins with some Komets even before I came here.
Yeah.
There's a good Gerard Gallant story.
Oh, well, do tell.
Well, so I grew up a Red Wing fan.
Yeah.
And truth be told,
the Red Wings.
I was not a huge Gerard Gallant fan.
Okay.
He was a great player, but he was on Yzerman's wing. It was usually him, Gallant, and Bob Probert was the line that I really remember. And so Yzerman would set up these passes, and they would just roll off Gallant's stick. And everybody in the stands would always sit there and say, hands of stone. Hands of stone was what everybody called him, hands of stone. So he was not my favorite player, but you got to kind of like him because he's a Red Wing. So his first year away from the Red Wings was with the expansion Tampa Bay Lightning. So this would also be the first year where I'm in college. So this is 93, 94.
Yeah.
And they go to play an exhibition game in Atlanta, where I go to school. Now, looking back, there's sort of irony here because the Atlanta Knights were great rivals of the Komets at that time, but it really was not on the radar of people in Atlanta. Anyway, so I go to Gerard Gallant's, I don't know if it was the first game, one of his first preseason games. And now I can say what I want because he's no longer a Red Wing, right? We're in Atlanta. Nobody knows anything that's going on about hockey, especially this team. I am sitting 5 rows from the glass of the face-off circle, and I'm away from home. I am drunk out of my mind. I'm with all my friends, and I am giving Gerard Gallant the business. And this entire section is like, what is going on? Like, what is going on here? It's the one time in my life I've ever been that guy, right?
Yeah.
The whole section is like, what is going on here? But they're sort of entertained because they're like, they don't know who Gerard Gallant is. They don't know what hockey is. Who's that little Jewish guy in the stands? Like, what is going on here? So I'm giving the business the whole night, and it gets to the third period, and I say something along the lines of, like, the crowd comes to a hush, right? And they're about to drop the puck, and I'm like, hey, Gallant, couldn't cut it on Yzerman's wing, huh? So they shipped you off to Siberia. Something like that. Yeah. And I'm sure there was an expletive or something in there. And he just stops, looks at me, and kind of gives me the finger. And the whole section's like, yes! So fast forward, I get, a
couple years later.
A few years later, he's the assistant coach here, and he's like the nicest guy in the world.
Right.
Now I love the guy. And now it's awesome because, hey, I grew up watching you, you know, this whole thing. And everybody was like, you got to tell him that story and see if he remembers it. I'm like, there's no way I am ever bringing this story up to Gerard Gallant.
So you never did?
No. Well, he wasn't, he was only here 1 year.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a tough year for me because there was a lot of run-ins with the coach that year.
Oh, that was Grant Saunier.
That was Grant Saunier. The irony is years later, he and I kind of connected on Facebook or something. It couldn't have been nicer. But at the time, there was a joke about Grant Saunier was when he didn't know, when he would get mad at us or didn't know the answer, the response was always, oh, you just don't know hockey. And this became such a joke amongst the media. Like, I'll let you in on this because, it'd be like, Grant, you guys got outshot 42-10 today and lost 5-0. It looks like the team really needs to work on some stuff. Oh, you just don't know hockey. Oh, the other one he says, we played perfect systems tonight. You just don't know hockey. And I'll tell you something. I hate that refrain. Like, I was thinking about this the other day. There's no weaker insult that you can throw at a member of the media than, oh, you never played the game, so what do you know?
Right.
Just because you didn't play a game, and I'm not saying whether I have or have not played hockey, that doesn't mean you can't analyze things.
Yeah.
I mean, Roger Nielsen, maybe, a top 5 all-time coach. Well, maybe that's stretching it in hockey circles, but a good enough coach that all coaches to this day go to the Roger Nielsen School of Coaching. Right. He couldn't skate. I mean, he couldn't play. Yeah. He couldn't skate. Yeah. So I don't know.
But have you ever been in a media room where someone asks a question and you're like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard?
Oh, well, absolutely. Absolutely. Not to rag on our TV friends, but I'll tell you a little story about this. So, sometimes, just so people know, sometimes the TV personalities that Glenn Marini or Dean Patazzi or whoever, they will be there on hand to ask the questions. Sometimes they will just send a videographer.
Right. Who may be
just a photographer. Who may be a little less informed. Yeah. And they may ask them to go ask some questions. And they should have a limited knowledge to ask questions. Yeah. But sometimes they just don't. Okay? So now we don't worry as much about this stuff, but at the time we used to worry about if somebody used a quote before you really shouldn't use it. Yeah. Okay? So, like, when there were 2 newspapers, if I used all these quotes in the morning, Blake may not want to use all the same quotes in his afternoon story, even though it's a different paper, even though it may not be the same readers, because you don't want to use the same stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so there used to be a frustration sometimes that TV guys would come to games, and on the 11 o'clock news, they would show these quotes, and then by the time either newspaper came out, we'd be like, ugh. And what used to be really frustrating is we'd be the ones asking the questions. Yeah. Then they would burn the quotes. Yeah. With me? So one time, Blake looks at me, and he goes, I'm really sick of this. I'm not asking any questions today. I'm sick of asking the questions and having them use our quotes. And he's like, And I said, it's a great idea. Because sometimes reporters, and this is not just TV, sometimes any reporter will just be somebody that piggybacks or doesn't ask questions ever. And
Justin Cohn from this week's episode of the Huntington University Komets podcast. If you want to hear all those fun stories and a lot more, just go to Komets.com or to Apple Podcasts and go ahead and listen to that one along with all the other episodes that we've done this season. We got the third period coming up here tonight. It should be a fun one. We are tied at 3. Komets in Kalamazoo. We'll be back here listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Hey, how you liking that jalapeno cheddar bagel sandwich from Tim Hortons?
Awesome. The sausage, fluffy eggs, the cheese, and a kick from those jalapenos.
Jalapenos.
Pinos?
Peños.
Pinos.
Peños.
Got it. Next time I'm going to try their spinach mozzarella bagel.
Dude, mozzarella.
Now at Tim Hortons, grilled bagel breakfast sandwiches. Try a jalapeno cheddar or spinach mozzarella bagel.
Mozzarella.
Nice. The exotic flavors of Tim Hortons bagel breakfast sandwiches for a limited time at participating restaurants.
Enjoy your backyard. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces to see a huge selection of paver and retaining wall systems for your home. While you're there, you can learn about the outdoor fireplace options that are available from Outdoor Lifestyles. And be sure to check out the showroom for the latest indoor models from Heatolator. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces at 4936 Knob Road or on the web at knobbrick.com. NOBBRICK.com. Knob Brick and Fireplaces, Fort Wayne's only locally owned real brick and mortar store.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road has added some new players to the team this year. Introducing the all-new Jeep Gladiator and Ram 1500. Also now in the starting lineup is the all-newly redesigned Jeep Cherokee. It's capable, modern, and stylish, all wrapped into one. The new scrapper on the team is the all-new Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red Eye. With almost 800 horsepower, this secret weapon will leave the competition wondering what hit them. We also have an awesome lineup of our new line of commercial ProMaster vans for all your work needs. Come see the complete lineup of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks all in one place. O'Daniel is a proud sponsor of Komet Hockey, and we invite all the fans to come experience the O'Daniel difference when buying your next car, truck, or SUV. O'Daniel on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online at o'danielauto.com.
You're listening to Komet Hockey.
Third period underway. Komets on the power play as Brady Shaw just missed it wide up top of the blue line. Here's Galipeau. There's Bayless now going down to the corner. Centering play. Shot save made by Hildebrand. He'll hang on to it. So the Komets here on a power play. A golden chance to retake the lead here with a man advantage.
Good control of the puck by Shaw. On two separate occasions, he was able to move the puck down, move it across, and get a couple of shots on net for his teammates to take. Definitely a nice job of captaining the offense.
Face off to the right of Hildebrand. Comes up top of the blue line. And now McKenzie with it. He tries to center it. It was broken up by Tho. McKenzie still on it. Comes out here. Shaw in front. Shot, score! Brady Shaw! What a rocket right over the shoulder of Hildebrand. And the Komets back in the driver's seat.
That's a definition of a green shot right there, Shane. Łyszczarczyk had the puck on the far face-off circle, passed it across the Royal Road, and Shaw was able to collect it and scoop it and let it go. Hildebrand had to move all the way across from one end of the net to the other end. By the time he got set, the puck was in the twine.
And Brady Shaw took time. He grabbed that puck. He waited to Hildebrand to get over, and he still picked him clean. And the Komets now lead at 4-3. A power play goal by Brady Shaw.
Yeah, you see, he's protecting that 5-hole, so we had to go down and gave the top shelf to him, and that's what he took.
Komets back in the lead here in the third period. Another power play goal. Puck comes into the Komet zone. And now up along the far side, it will be Boudens out with it. Boudens on the far side, cross ring pass on the right boards to Jenks. He'll get it back in the Kalamazoo zone. And Edmondson will swing it around for the Wings. Coming out to Tho. Tho on the left wing, winding up. Here's a shot, and it is going to be tipped, and it goes deep into the Komet zone to Doherty. Doherty up along the far side is going to come back into the Kalamazoo zone. Hildebrand will stop it, and it's whipped up along the near side. Pope gives it a touch, and we go back to Wilson into the Komet zone. Capelli goes underneath up along the near side. Now Pope trying to find its way up to top to the blue line, but the Komets are there. Galipeau on the near side, chucks it off the wall. Petruzzelli will give it a go, and now back into the Kalamazoo zone. Corey Dunn takes it off the glass and back up along the near side. Swiped around the wall. Doherty sends it up along the far boards. Tracking after it as Taylor goes back behind his netminder. And now Taylor being chased by Morasti. Got to get a little bit of space. Takes a big hit as he unloads the puck coming up the blue line, but it'll be offside on the Komets.
Nice hit by Morasti down low. If we were able to keep that puck in, we had something moving right through the center of the offensive zone.
Brady Shaw's goal here in the third, his 13th of the season, leads this team in scoring. After a 4-point night last night, he's got the go-ahead goal here this evening. Here's Fry on the left side. He'll feather it into the Komet zone. Peshnik goes down there. Onto the far boards. McKenzie with it. Left wing tries to saucer one through some traffic. Intercepted. And now Fry up along the left side for Kalamazoo. Sends it into the center and now to Shaw. He'll come across the line. Wheels around. Goes into the corner. Back behind the net. Here's Łyszczarczyk with it. Łyszczarczyk in the corner. Lost an edge and he lost the puck. And now the wings with it. Van Voorhis left side. Luke Sandler. Stretch pass into the Komet zone. After this, Pechnik. He is back there. He goes behind Munson, drops it below the goal line. Now it's fed up along the near side. Reaching for it is Chase Stewart. Stewart on the near side. Oh, he ran into Candelas. He comes across. Uh-oh. Here's a shot and a save made by Munson. Got the right leg on it. Up top again. Shot. That is going to be blocked. Now back up along the near side. Komets will take it off the wall. And it's going to be glanced off the stick of Wilson. Back the other way. But here's McKenzie back at his own blue line. He'll push it into the Kalamazoo zone. Off the end wall. Wings with it. It's Wilson up along the left side. Sends it all the way back into the Komet zone. Jason Binkley. Binkley on the far boards. He's got Haas. Haas will send it back in. Hildebrandt will come out. He'll play it off the end wall. And now back up along the near side. Binkley stepping up, taking a shot. Hildebrandt with a stop. And now Blaney. He's got it for Kalamazoo. Blaney coming right down the middle of the ice. At Ross. They're going to be offside. Ross thought he had that toe on the line, but it was Kovacs came across, and it will be offside.
That was a pretty hot shot that came in and ended up hitting Boudens. It stung him quite a bit. I thought he was going to go off the ice, but he kept with the play.
16-18 to go in the third. Komets lead it 4-3. Face-off will be outside of the Komet blue line. And here's the drop. Wings with it. Dunn will get it deep into the Komet zone. Going back for it is Haas. Goes back behind Munson. Haas will take it off the wall. Now to Bayless. Bayless on the far side. He'll come across the line. Has Petruzzelli breaking. Shot and a save made by Hildebrandt. And hanging on. Good thing Petruzzelli was right there in front of him.
Yeah, nice play. Nice play right there. Bayless with patience to let Petruzzelli get into the play. Headed right to the net. Then let it fire. He had the defense screening the goaltender. The goaltender had a tough time hanging on to it. If he had dropped that, Petruzzelli was steaming right in on him for the rebound. Good play.
Face off to the right of Hildebrandt. And here is the drop. And it goes all the way in front of the net. Now goes on the left side off the stick of Pope. Doherty will pitch it right back in on Hildebrandt. He'll stop it. And the wings up along the left side. David Pope got it off a skate of Bayless. Still able to get it back into the Komet zone. No icing on this. It goes behind the net. Galipeau. Galipeau goes down into the corner. Goes along the far side. Doherty trying to skate through one man, and he does. Gets it up to Petruzzelli. He can't do anything with it. And it's now up along the far side in the Komet zone. Komet's a lot of room. Here's Galipeau. This is going to be tipped. Cross-ring pass is going to go out of play. And we'll have a face-off coming up with a little over 15 to go here in the third.
That was close to a penalty right there. It almost was just on the outside of the blue line.
They'll push the face-off back into the Komet zone. It will be to the right of Munson. 4-3. The Komets with the lead here in the third. Komets pump it off the wall. It's going to go all the way down into the Kalamazoo zone. Van Voorhis with it. He'll go on the left side. And Van Voorhis now, he decides to veer to his right. Gets it into the Komet zone. Bouncing puck. Here's Stewart. Stewart will take it off the wall, and it comes out to the center line. Back they go. Here's Van Voorhis with it. Moving to his right. Now, he'll get it on the left side. It's going to be back into the Komet zone. It's going to go into the corner. Chase Stewart down there. Bouncing puck right in front of the net. There's Brady Shaw. Shaw on the left side. He jostles around with Zach Fry, and it's going to stay into the Komet zone up along the far boards. Diamond Tony down there for Kalamazoo. Komets are able to come away with it. Left side, McKenzie. Rolls off of his stick, and now the Wings get a turnover. It's Fry up along the left side. He'll cut across the line. He'll take a shot. Going to be tipped wide of the net. Here's Taylor Ross. Far boards, gets it out of there all the way down, but unfortunately this is going to be an icing on the Komets, and we will take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Outback Steakhouse invites all Komet fans to check out their great menu of steaks and seafood at their Village of Coventry location. Whether it's the center cut sirloin or the bone-in ribeye, you just can't beat the quality of Outback Steakhouse. Open 7 days a week. Get your steak or seafood prepared just the way you like it. And while you're at Outback, don't miss out on the famous Bloomin' Onion. Outback Steakhouse located in the Village of Coventry, just off the I-69 Jefferson exit on Fort Wayne's southwest side. Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Here in the third period at the Coliseum, the Komets are up by a goal. Shane Albarani and Fred Bean here tonight. Will Peshnik up along the far side, playing in his first game last night since November 17th. He'll get it up along the near boards, and chasing after it is Ross to the blue line. Here's a shot that is blocked. Now the Komets have got it with Łyszczarczyk left side. He'll feather it in, and it's going to go all the way into the Kalamazoo zone. Back up along the near side. Peeled up top to the blue line, left wing, and now all the way into the Komet zone. Haas on the left side. Haas will enter the zone, coming across. Haas will take a shot. Hildebrandt the save, and it comes sharply off the stick and back below the goal line. Behind the nets, it's Wilson. Gets it over to Taylor. Now left side. Here is Diamond Tony for Kalamazoo. Diamond Tony will flip it in. Knocked out of the air with a high stick by Binkley. And that'll get us down to a timeout here in the third period. 4-3 Komets. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
The Holiday Inn at the Coliseum, located across from the Memorial Coliseum, is the official home of the Komets. Whether it's a corporate meeting to large wedding receptions or just a getaway weekend, the Holiday Inn has you covered. Event space in the Holiday Inn can hold up to 300 people, and with 151 guest rooms, the Holiday Inn is ready to meet your personal or business needs. With a highly trained staff at the Holiday Inn, you can count on things being done right. Contact the Holiday Inn at the Coliseum to schedule your event today at 260-579-9135.
Cheer on your hometown team, the Fort Wayne Komets, throughout the season with your hometown dealer.
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
The only dealer to give you up to $5,555 more than your trade is worth, with payments as low as $79. Plus, we'll even pay off your lease or loan in full, no matter what you owe. It's gonna be a winning season with your Fort Wayne Komets and
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
Online at BigCityCars.com.
And now, back to Komet Hockey.
13:22 to go in the third. Komets hanging on to a 4-3 lead. Komets are now out shooting Kalamazoo 27-26 tonight. Face-off will be to the right of Munson in the Komet zone. Kalamazoo wins it. And it'll be Edmondson going behind the net. Jenks is there, pops it off the wall, trying to go to Boudens. Fed up along the far side, knocked off the glass, pops right up in the air. And we've got a mashup up along the far side. Comes up to the blue line now, squirts loose. And it's Wilson. Wilson will go off the end wall. Now it's Taylor. Taylor up along the far side for Kalamazoo, being pursued by Haas. And now it's Ike Capelli's turn with it, taking a shot towards the net, deflected just wide. Ike Capelli's got two here tonight, and we have got a penalty called. It's behind the play. And it was Haas going into the net. He got tangled up. And interference is going to be the call, and it's going to be on the Komets. So the Komets going to skate a man down here, and you don't want to give Kalamazoo any opportunities in a game that's only one goal right now, 4-3 Komets, and this will be the second power play for Kalamazoo.
Yeah, you know, the Komets have one of the best power plays in the league, and the Kalamazoo Wings are just below them. So they're very dangerous on the offense. They are missing Sadaway. He's a big part of their power play. But Icapelli and Tony have been playing real strong, and the offense has been going through them, so we'll have to keep an eye on them both.
Komets now on a penalty kill, and look at this. They come away with it. Here is McKenzie going into the corner. Goes behind the net. McKenzie short-handed with the puck. We'll send it all the way back. Now it's Doherty back to McKenzie, and the Komets play a little keep away here from the Wings, trying to kill off this penalty. He sent it all the way down the length of the ice. Hildebrandt will come out. He'll stop it, and we go behind the net. Here's Fry on the left side. Catalyst with it for Kalamazoo. Sends it ahead. Kovacs. He'll put it into the Komet zone, but Galipeau is there. Chucks it off the wall and all the way down. 1:20 to go on the power play. Coming up on 12 minutes to go here in the third. Left side, here's Fry with it. Fry will dribble it across the line. He'll wheel it around. Galipeau on the other side trying to hold off Ross. Coming to the blue line. Now here's Fry with a shot. Blocked. Save made on the second attempt. And hanging on is Munson.
Nice. Komets were manning up on the other four, leaving the shooter alone, but that was a perfect vision for Munson. He was totally square to it, so he was able to handle it, not a problem. No rebound. Excellent play.
1:05 to go on the power play for Kalamazoo. Shots are now even up at 27, and the face off to the right of Patrick Munson.
Took him almost a minute just to be able to get in the zone and get a shot, so good start to the short-handed situation.
Boudens on the drop. He kicks it out. Goes along the far side to Pope. Pope will get it to Diamond Tony down low. It comes off the side of the net. Diamond Tony now grabs it up along the far side. Onto the far boards. They zip it down low into the corner. A little give and go up along the wing. To the blue line it comes. That'll be Icapelli on the dot on the left side. Sneaks into the corner. Icapelli now will angle it up top to Tho. Tho on the left side. Cross ring pass. Here's a shot, and it's going to be blocked. Grabbed by Boudens. He'll rim it out all the way down to Hildebrandt.
Nice. That's the way to help your goaltender out right there. Beyond that bound and get it out of the zone.
Tho has got it. Sends it back to Diamond Tony. Now who move with it? Icapelli coming across the line on the left wing. Icapelli sends it all the way around. Galipeau chasing after it. Now sent up along the near side. To the point it comes. Tho will now zip it down below the goal line, and now Doherty is there. He winds up, and he cannot clear it. Now it's going to go to McKenzie. The Komets still short-handed. Now we're back to 5-on-5. Here's Petruzzelli to McKenzie. Shot, a save made by Hildebrandt, and it was Galipeau cutting right in front, trying to screen Hildebrandt, and it caught him right in between the pads.
Galipeau was, as you said, not only was he doing the screen, but he was trying to tip that puck as it was coming through. He just barely missed it with the stick. But a nice transition off of the short-handed situation. Komets ended up with numbers 3-on-2, and passing the puck amongst themselves created a good scoring opportunity.
Face-off will go to the left of Hildebrandt. Here's a quick shot, and it's knocked away. Jenks goes into the corner, slaps it around the wall. Stepping up is Doherty, glances off of his shoulder, can't keep it in, and it's going to go back into the Komet zone. On the far side, here's Jenks. Jenks going all the way back into his own end, takes a wide turn, pumps it off the wall, and down it goes. Hildebrandt will come out of the pipes. He'll give it up on the left side, trying to go to Catalyst. Catalyst on the left side, gets pushed it over to Sandler. Sandler got it poked away by Doherty, and the puck is going to roll loose up along the far side here in the neutral zone. Connor Schmidt will get it into the Komet zone. The Komets are back. Here's Doherty all the way back. Doherty goes on the far side, and now it's going to come ahead, flipped into the Kalamazoo zone on the near side corner. Under 10 to go here in the third. Komets up by a goal. Here's Schmidt coming right down the middle of the ice for Kalamazoo. He'll flip it in, and it goes into the corner. Jason Binkley is trying to go after his man Blaney. Now it rolls out to Munson, and he plays it very safe. He'll get the leather on it, and he'll get a whistle.
Shane, much better start to the period for the Komets than in the second period. They've been equalized on the zone play, and when it has been in a defensive zone, they've been skating through the puck, and it's made all the difference in the world. And us not being subjected to the shots that we were seeing in the second period, and the many opportunities that the K-Wings had.
Komets up 4-3, halfway done here in the third period. And Kalamazoo with the puck. They'll zip it into the Komet zone. Munson will stop it. And it goes to Gage Torrell, who'll send it around the far side. And now it is going to be Kovacs along the far boards, taking a shot. Munson got a left leg on it, and it goes into the corner. Now below the goal line. Look out. Munson takes a swipe at it as Kalamazoo were trying to wrap it around. Goes into the corner. Now opposite side. Garrett Ross on his horse. Far side. It'll get out. Here's Bayless with it. Bayless coming across the line. Left wing. Taking a shot. And a save made by Hildebrand. Got the shoulder on it. And that is going to get the safety screen. So Munson, nice job there. As Kalamazoo, they were trying to wrap it around, but Munson saw it, threw the stick out, and he got a piece of it.
Yeah, that was real dangerous. He had the white jersey in front. Would have been a really good scoring opportunity. And as you said, he let that paddle go far and knocked the puck off the stick and into the corner. Helped himself out quite a bit. Komets able to capture the puck, get it down into the offensive zone, and Bayless with a shot on net. Nicely done.
Face off to the right of Hildebrand. Here's the drop to the blue line. Peshnig grabs a hold. He'll take a shot. It's blocked. And Taylor up along the far side. Backhands it out of the zone. Stewart goes back. Stewart sends it ahead. It is going to go up along the near side, going to go into the corner. Back below the goal line, it's Corey Dunn for Kalamazoo. Gets crowded by Boudens. Now it comes up along the near side, and it will be Ross to Jenks in front of the net. Oh, it was Boudens. And Hildebrand pushed Boudens from behind. That was the only way he was going to keep him out. Up along the near side. Shot out the post. Stewart ripped it, and he got the iron. Back up along the far boards. And it will be Taylor. Taylor coming ahead to Capelli, taking a shot. That is going to be missed wide. Back below the goal line, Pechnik. Far side to Łyszczarczyk. Łyszczarczyk will hand it off, and the Komets go up along the far side. McKenzie takes a wide turn. McKenzie now will enter the neutral zone. Backhander across to Łyszczarczyk. Couldn't keep it away from Pope. And now Stewart's got to step up. He'll get it to Shaw, and Shaw will get it back into the Kalamazoo zone. Chase Stewart an inch away from giving the Komets a 2-goal lead. Wings will bring it in all the way into the Komet zone, now into the corner. Up along the near boards. And it's going to be Sandler. Sandler with the puck. Oh, he lost it to Galipeau. Now Catalyst with it up along the far side here in the Komet zone. Komets got to get rid of it. It comes down into the corner. Two wings collide down there. Now Doherty on his horse on the left side. He'll play it upstairs but cannot clear it. Tho will keep it in. And now Galipeau goes down into the corner. He is greeted there by Diamond Tony. And now Catalyst will step on and again will keep it into the Komet zone. Up along the near side and now into the corner. Komets got to get rid of it. Kalamazoo controlling the play here in the Komet zone. Here is Diamond Tony. Puts it out in front. Now to the point. It is Corey Dunn, and he keeps it in. Now Tho on the far side. Backhander around the wall. Rims it, and back on the left side. Here's Garrett Ross. Ross drops it into the corner. Diamond Tony tries to center it. Broken up again by the Komets, and the Komets cannot clear it. Here's Garrett Ross. Ross down below the goal line. Goes behind the net. Has Galipeau on him, and the puck still squirts loose, and it's still Kalamazoo with it. Up top, here's a drive, goes wide, back on the near side, and the Komets, do they have a chance at it? They finally do after about 18 minutes in their own zone, it seemed like. Yeah. Tho comes across the line. Tho now still with it. Up along the far boards, enters the Komet zone. Tho pushed off the play by Petruzzelli, and Petruzzelli hustles it on out of there. Van Voorhis goes back in the Kalamazoo zone, and it goes off the wall. Petruzzelli on the far boards, chopping at it at the Komet bench. Haas now sends it back to Munson. Munson will stop it. He'll keep the puck moving as he gets it onto the near side for Binkley. Binkley will move it out to Torrell. Torrell finds a gap, goes up along the near side, and enters the zone. Bayless on the near boards. Puck is going to be gloved down to the air by Blaney. Blaney's going to find Ross on the left side, but no, it goes to Binkley. Now in front. Here's a shot, just missed wide. Petruzzelli back on the near boards to the blue line, and now here come the wings. Left side, Kovacs gets it over, coming across, shot save made by Munson, and the rebound goes to Haas. Haas will turn it all the way back into the Kalamazoo zone, and back it goes. Coming up on 5.5 to go here in the third. Komets 4, Kalamazoo 3. Here's Jenks on the far side. He'll send it around the wall. And it comes up along the near boards. Down here in the corner. Up to the blue line, Chase Stewart with a wrister. That is blocked. That's going to find its way. Oh, it went off of Hildebrandt's glove, and he couldn't quite control it. And the puck goes on the near side. Play resumes up top of the blue line and outs. And the Komets drift back in their own end. Here's Stewart. Stewart on the near side. Goes off the stick of Ross and back into the Kalamazoo zone. Here's Fry back in his own end. Zips it forward onto the right side. Here's Taylor. And out of Icapelli, left side, here's David Pope. Pope coming in on Munson, takes a shot, missed it high. And then it's going to go into the corner, bouncing around, and it's Peshnik. He controls it. Peshnik up along the far side, coughed it up, comes out in front of the net. Komets are able to get it out, and it's loose, and it's Chase Stewart laying out, and he's able to get it down the length of the ice.
Nice extra effort by Chase Stewart to get that puck out of the zone. A very dangerous situation. Kalamazoo had control of the puck, and the Komets were definitely running around. Good job.
Wings with the puck in their own zone. And they send it ahead. Komets now turn it back the other way. Here's Łyszczarczyk on the right side, cutting to the net. He goes behind, tries to wrap it around. It goes all the way up along the near boards. Doherty with a drive and a save made by Hildebrandt. And now again up along the near side. Torrell is there in front. Łyszczarczyk. Łyszczarczyk trying to flatten it out. Gets a shot off, save made. Rebound, score! Brady Shaw! Second of the game, and it makes it a 2-goal hockey game. Łyszczarczyk and Brady Shaw working some magic.
Excellent effort by Łyszczarczyk and Torrell also keeping that puck alive and making it move. They were skating through the puck and creating passing lanes. Brady Shaw, Johnny on the spot, able to get his stick on it and put a nice backhänder in the net.
Brady Shaw, 2 goals tonight.
Yeah, he laid Hildebrandt out flat and had a wide open net. Beautiful play. Shaw has been doing a phenomenal job all night long of captaining the team. It's good to see him on the other end of it be able to get the score for his second of the night.
Oh, check that. That's Shaw's first of the night, excuse me. As the puck comes up along the near side, it goes all the way in to the Kalamazoo zone. It goes all the way down. And that is Shaw's second of the game, okay? As our game sheet is a little bit off from our scoring. As the puck comes all the way to Bayless. Bayless up along the far side, and we go down low to Haas. Haas goes down into the corner. Now it goes to Morasti. He'll flip it forward. Bouncer all the way down into the Kalamazoo zone. Left side. And now the Wings here down by a 2. They press it into the Komet zone. Up along the left boards. And here's Kovacs sneaking in, sends it back, look out, shot, save made by Munson, and he hangs on to it. And we will take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Hey, life is crazy fast. Fuel up right with Fresh Fit sandwiches at Subway restaurants. Our better-for-you options include turkey breast, black forest ham, and sweet onion chicken teriyaki on wheat with all the veggies. Get Fresh Fit, only at Subway. Fresh Fit refers to 6-inch subs on 9-grain wheat bread with all the fresh vegetables. Fresh Fit subs are prepared in front of you and not a diet program. Please consult your doctor before commencing any exercise or weight loss program to ensure that your own individual health circumstances are taken into account.
You're listening to Komet Hockey.
Back at the Coliseum, and the Komets have grabbed the lead off of 2 third-period goals from Brady Shaw. Still 3:14 to go here in the third, where the Komets have given themselves a 2-goal lead here tonight. Looking to make it 2 in a row. Trying to hang on to this one. And the Komets getting that goal after Kalamazoo was spending an awful lot of time in the Komet zone. But again, good defense. Patrick Munson standing tall, results in a scoring chance for the Komets. And the Komets up by a pair. Face off to the left of Munson. Here's the drop. It goes in the corner. Galipeau with it. Galipeau sends it to the blue line, and it's going to go out. Komets with it. Empty net. Here's Ross. Shoots. He scores!
Put a fork in him.
6-3. Komets. The Wings roll the dice. They pull Hildebrandt for the extra skater. And the Komets make short work of that strategy as Ross gets on the board. And it's 6-3. 3:05 to go here in the third period. And we'll take another break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Bridgewater Golf Club in Auburn is always open to the public. You're enjoying a hockey game right now, but that doesn't mean you can't dream about golf. Warm days on a beautifully manicured course sounds good, right? Bridgewater Golf Club is an 18-hole par 72 course with tees for every skill level. Also, you can enjoy the Bridgewater full-service restaurant that's open year-round. Visit bridgewatergc.com to see everything Bridgewater Golf Club in Auburn has to offer. Enjoy the rest of the game. Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Komets get an empty netter from Taylor Ross. It's now 6-3. Hildebrandt back in the game for the Wings. As the puck coming down into the Kalamazoo zone with 2.5 left in this contest. And it goes on the left side. Van Voorhis avoids a poke check. Comes across the line. Van Voorhis on the far boards. Going to go down into the corner. Skates slowly down there. There's Binkley taking it off the wall. Here's Łyszczarczyk. And Łyszczarczyk moving up along the near side, send it back, and we're coming up on 2 minutes to go. Here is Stewart all the way around the wall. It's going to be stopped by Hildebrandt. Comes along the near side, Shaw trying to give it a jab, trying to get it away from Wilson. And now Wilson will play it into the Komet zone. Bouncing puck going to come down here. Jason Binkley down there below the goal line. He collides with Pope, comes out in front of the net, and it's going to be snagged by Patrick Munson. 1:53 to go in this contest, and the Komets are now putting the hammer down, up by 3 here in the third.
So much better third period than the second period, and the difference is that they're skating through the puck, they're carrying the puck into the zone, they're passing it instead of just running around, just kind of whacking at it like they were doing when they were running around in the second period. So I love to see a team finish strong, and they're finishing great in the third.
And this may have been one of the best third periods we've seen all year. Komets started the period off with a power play goal from Brady Shaw. Shaw would add another one. And then Ross, an empty netter. 6-3, Komets with the lead. 1.5 left to go in the third. Puck coming down into the Kalamazoo zone. And now we go up along the near side. It's going to be touched up, and Pechnik goes back onto the far side, flipped into the Kalamazoo zone, and it goes into the corner. Coming out of the pack is Ben Wilson, left side. Floats it ahead. Komets with it, and it goes between the leg of Petruzzelli. And now back to Taylor at the center line. He'll sky it all the way down. Munson will snag it. He'll drop it. And the puck along the far side. Jabbed at 1 minute to go in the game. It comes off the end wall. And the Wings with it in their own end. Here's Dunn. Dunn goes up along the near side. And now it's going to be sent into the Komet zone. Going to go off the end wall. And now back up along the near side. Pechnik will take it off the wall. Going to Łyszczarczyk. Pitched back to Chase Stewart. And Morasti is tangled up behind the play. He has got a hold of Blaney. They've got to be separated. Morasti took Blaney down. Was able to let him get up on his feet. I think Morasti's going to pick up a late penalty.
Yeah, I don't think he really wanted to get on his feet on that one.
And Morasti will go off, but didn't see what led to that, but all we saw was Blaney on the ice, but Morasti just had a hold of him. I don't think he was trying to go much beyond that, but Morasti is going to be sent off. So Kalamazoo will end this game with a power play. 35.9 seconds to go here in the third period.
This will be good work for the Komets. 35 seconds, like I said, of a short-handed situation. We've gotten some great goaltending out of Munson tonight. He stopped everything that he should have been able to stop, and the Komet defense has been clearing out, the traffic in front. So good, solid defensive play all around.
30 seconds to go in the game. Komets with the puck. back behind Munson. Here's Doherty, rips it off the wall, comes to Jenks. He'll slam it all the way down the length of the ice. Hildebrand will come out. Hildebrand goes behind the net. We have got 13 seconds to play. Here's Tho down the middle of the ice, gets it to Icapelli. Icapelli runs into Jenks. And now Dunn will come across the line. Far side, 5 seconds to go to the blue line. Here's Icapelli taking a shot. Save made by Munson. Exclamation point. The Komets win it. Make it 2 in a row. 6-3 is your final score. And the Komets put together one heck of a third period here tonight. This game was 3-3 going into the third, and they put a 3 spot up, including a power play goal, 2 from Shaw, empty netter from Taylor Ross, and that's how you finish off a game.
Yeah, you know, it's getting back to basics, and that's what they played tonight. They were skating on their lanes. They were taking the body. They were passing the puck. And the guys who didn't have the puck were moving their feet and creating passing lanes for scoring opportunities. I'll tell you, I thought it was a great game today with Brady Shaw, because he, more than I think anybody else, was controlling the puck, carrying it into the neutral zone. Once it was into the offensive zone. Once it was in the offensive zone, he was quarterbacking the play and getting everybody else involved. You know, he ended up with 2 goals, but he was setting up everybody else. Excellent play, far better than the dump and run we had seen a couple of nights ago. So, you know, when I start to see that kind of dump and run, that means that you're a little bit confused out there, and the team's not working as a unit. Tonight they were working as a unit, especially in that third period. As I said, I think that was one of the strongest third periods that the Komets have had all year long.
And the Komets win it. They make it 2 in a row. What a game here tonight. 6-3 is your final. We'll take a break, and we'll wrap it up. Post game coming up. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.